now we're back with part 5, even though we intended to do 4 parts because we didn't get through the epic battle at the end of part 4. So we thought, well, let's do a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how you guys remember what was taking place. So what I remember is Tordok was in a great position on the high ground, full HP, and he's killed lots and lots of bad guys.
Okay. Well, I remember it.
Yeah,
I think you might be mistaken just a little bit. I can refresh your memory.
I'm interested to see what you guys think.
I'm interested to see how Rob remembers it as DM.
Yeah, I remember that Zazo had all of his spells left, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, I've got all these spells with like magic missiles left, right, and center coming at you.
And you definitely weren't
like I have all of my HP left. I think
you definitely weren't attacking a magical half lion, half woman cultist leader that is pretty much still on full health. You weren't in that position, I don't think.
No.
Still pretty much on full health. I remember. Yeah.
I definitely wasn't.
We remember very different things, Rob.
Well then, maybe I should refresh your memories on what I remember anyway.
We have different opinions on the facts.
Yeah.
So
let's see if we can reach a middle ground here. Let's reach a middle ground.
So if you're joining us for the first time, why? You can go and watch the other ones. but here you should see Alder Keep. This is where they began their journey. They found out that right up here, the city of Wraith was in a lot of trouble. Orcs were attacking, and so our intrepid adventurers set off north.
Sort of post-haste, never wasting a moment.
Post-haste, never wasting a moment. They made it all the way north. They made it to this little town in the middle called Woodstop, where they had a little rest. And then they discovered in Woodstop that the reason that the orcs had managed to bombard the city of Wraith so easily this year was that there had been a sickness of the mind that had made people forego any sort of sense of duty in favor of just doing exactly what they want in the moment without thinking about whether it's right or wrong. And so it resulted in lots of hedonism and debauchery, lots of orgies and drug taking and drinking.
Yeah,
sexy old plague.
Pretty much anything they want to do when they want to do it. And so the defenses weakened because of it, and the orcs were let into the city to run rampage. Our intrepid adventurers arrived in the city of Wraith just in time to see that the orcs had been driven out by the army of Alderkeep that arrived before them. And
gosh, we are so useless.
And the city had been pretty much left in ruins, but there were still some people meandering, and not only people, but orcs as well. It seems like a lot of the orcs, upon arriving in the city, had been inundated with this sickness of the mind as well, and taken part in this hedonism, and everybody was just getting along and just having a good old time. And as the people moved, as our heroes moved closer towards the city centre, they started to see more and more of these people just lying around drunk in the street or gambling and whatnot, until they got to the market square, where they found a bunch of mattresses and blankets and things had been strewn about on the market square, and a lamia, a half woman, half lion, walked out onto the balcony and said, welcome, new guests, new meat for the party. At which point she recognized Britt's character Barb and said, oh, Lorna Red's returned. And Barb learned for the first time what her past name used to be. We had some flashbacks of Barb's character remembering that she used to be the head of this cult, the cult that's been spreading this plague, and she used to worship Grast, the one that's responsible for it, before she was taken for the light, because of the sacrifice of a few cultists. And then a fight broke out because the Lamia that's now in charge, Talia, she recognized that you don't quite remember all of your past abilities, and so maybe she can take you down and maintain her place as the leader of the cult. And that's where we ended up. I'll take you to the page now.
Everything is great.
Take you to the page where you can see how the fight ended.
Perfect.
I'm calling bullshit. You changed things. Why is my HP so low?
If you look at Todok, he has 6 HP out of 32, because Alan forgot that he has an ability called Second Wind, where as a bonus action he can heal himself a small amount. Zaza's up the top on 12 HP, and no spell slots left, I believe.
Are you able to change it so we can see everyone's HP? Because at the moment I can only see my HP.
Sure thing. We will
I get the biggest plot twist of all time.
You do.
All right.
Turns out this entire story was
now.
about
HP.
Just wait till you see how many cool spells I now have.
Oh.
Y'all gonna be jealous. It's fine.
Can you all see Zaza's HP bar?
Yeah.
Yes. And Torok's now.
Torok's
as well.
lack of HP bar.
His tiny little bar that's barely there.
And Britt has quite a bit.
Individual red
I'm
line.
full, and I can see. Oh, the Panther's just.
And also, do I remember something about Britt having some saving throws that she was owed or something?
Correct. I'm getting to that.
Good job, Ben. I forgot that.
I also remembered.
I definitely did not get reminded about that by a fan. So.
Oh right.
I also remembered that that the Panther was left on 1 HP, but we had forgotten that Ben, due to his bear totem, the thing that's casting this golden light, had 8 temporary hit points. So I've removed your 8 temporary hit points and given the Panther 9 hit points instead.
Shit, boy.
All right. So that brings us up to where we were, people being surrounded and whatnot. Barb is left with an iron crown of madness on her head, cast by Tima, the second in command to this cult. And at the end of each of her turns, she should have been able to make another wisdom save. So before we begin, I'm going to allow a chance for an interrupt. So Barb, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Doing so.
She's also hiding in her hoodie.
I'm having my ADD is very bad today. Just a forewarning for all of you. Apologies in advance. Okay.
So you may just run off and chase a squirrel at some point.
Yeah, there's a chance. Okay, wisdom saving throw happening.
That was a fail. So nothing changes because that would have happened. That would have been the save that happened at the end of the turn when you attacked Zaza. Now can you make another one for the end of the turn where you attacked Torok?
Pray, everybody.
Come on. Damn.
Unfortunately, you didn't have advantage on that.
Sorry,
and
what's
so
the
you are
green
still.
Number?
So nothing changed.
I think
nothing changed. You still have the crown of madness on you.
Right. Beautiful.
Someone also pointed out that Torok intimidated someone who was meant to run away, and they didn't run away. And I went back and watched it, and they were one of the people that was annihilated instantly by Zaza's thunder wave. So it wouldn't have made a difference. So Torok, the fans were really rooting for you. They were getting in touch with me about every little thing that might have helped you, but unfortunately none of it.
I'm so glad that we stream these and put them out weekly, so the fans can help us freaking survive horrible battles like this.
So if you look at the turn order, you'll see that it is now the cultist's turn. So the four that are surrounding Zaza will take attacks on Zaza. The 3 that are next to Torok will take attacks on Torok.
Oh,
and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are surrounding Barb will take attacks on her. And then you'll see that there are 2 orcs down here that will move up towards the guard here, and then all 3 of them will move in to take attacks on.
Okay, now hypothetically, we do have the completely legitimate option to retreat. That's always an option, isn't it?
That is always an option.
They all get attack of opportunity as we leave, though.
Yeah.
Not if you disengage.
Disengage.
You use an action to disengage.
I'm not saying.
I declare bankruptcy.
I'm just saying it's an option.
I declare disengaging.
The 4 attacks on Zaza. What's your AC?
Hang on, before you get started, I got to get into character.
Oh yeah, true. You got to shrink down.
Wait, no, you're a panther at the moment.
Oh yeah, hang on.
Hold that, just like that. All right, what's your armor class? What is it?
Armor class 12.
So 2 of those hit for a total of 7 points of slashing damage from a couple of the daggers that stick in. The other 2 managed to clash against each other and not do any damage to you.
Oh, great! So 7 damage.
7 damage total.
Oh, great! That leaves me with 5 health.
Nice.
Less than Torok. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
surrounded by people.
7, 7 attacks on Barb. Here we go. What's your AC, Barb?
Oh, it depends. It does depend. No, it doesn't. Just kidding. It's 14 for both. I was kidding. It's 14.
All right. Well, only one of them hits so far. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, are we supposed to be seeing those? 6, I don't see anything.
7. No, I'm rolling behind the screen, as it were. 2 of them hit. So you get 6 points of slashing damage from these two, like digging in. You're much higher than them with your sort of reindeer back legs, and so they're trying to stab you, but also trying to not get kicked by the reindeer hooves that are kind of like as you're meandering around and repositioning. They're trying to get in. So thankfully they didn't do a heck of a lot of damage to you. This is going to be 3 attacks on the Warforged, number 14. What's your armor class? Man, can't roll.
No, so it says 17, but I have the inkling in the back of my mind, but it's always set at 17, isn't it?
Yes, 17.
Yeah, I couldn't find where it said that though, but yeah, 17. There you
go. It's on the Warforged race. So the guard and the 2 orcs will run up to number 14 and each take an attack. Your armor class is 17 as a soldier Warforged.
I initiate second wind. I initiate.
Yeah, on your turn you will. Yeah. So you take 2 slashing damage from them as one of them manages to find a little nook in between your armor.
2 of them get through my joke. I have 32 hit points and still 8 temporary, so let's just take that 8 to 6.
Well, you've got 6 temporary now.
Yeah.
And then finally, Torok, the 3 attacks on you.
Oh god, I can't.
So one at a time. What's your armor class, Torok?
15. It's been bumped up to 15. 1-5.
Yes, because of your 2 from your Shield of Faith from your reindeer friend.
Yep.
First attack is a 16 for 5 slashing damage. This does not bode well.
I'm down to 1.
He's still up. The next one is a 10. So that misses.
Okay, one more.
And then the last one is a 17 for 2 slashing damage.
Fuck!
So with that last one, you dodge.
Wait a second. Hang on. Nah, that's bullshit. Can I riposte on the last attack?
Riposte?
But it doesn't give me any HP, but I don't know, I just want to drag this out for as long as I can.
Riposte is the ability that you can use on the second of the 2 attacks that missed. So whenever somebody misses you, you can take a free attack at them with your reaction. So the middle one, this guy here that missed you, you can riposte on him before the last guy takes you out.
He's going down fighting.
Show me the rolls. No, just
I'll
take a print screen.
That is the thing about D&D. You just have to trust that you're D&D.
Yeah, I believe.
Behind the screen, so you're all dead. Whoops.
You're all dead. Nuclear bomb, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I do 2N battle axe as my counter, or what do I roll?
Yeah, so you've got your axe out, and so just strike him with whatever you have at hand.
No.
Because we
10
should
for a cultist, not quite enough to hit. So you strike out at him with your riposte, and unfortunately that would have killed him, but it needed to attack first. It needed to actually connect. So with 1 hit point left, you strike out trying to kill this guy, and then using that opening, the third guy sticks in like it's almost like just a paring knife as well. It's not even much. He just takes you down from behind. He sticks it in between the ribs, and the last little bit of pain. It's just too much.
All right.
I believe you've already used your. I believe you've already used. Alan, there's still things you can do.
Okay.
I believe you have used your stone's endurance from your Goliath trait. That's ticked off on your sheet, right?
I have used action surge. I haven't used stone's endurance.
You haven't?
Nah.
You didn't use it in the Jackal fight. Well, if you're familiar with your traits,
yeah.
You'd see that Stone's Endurance, as a Goliath, once per short rest, you can just shrug off some damage by rolling a d12.
Oh, I did use that. Sorry, I did use that.
You did, right.
Yeah.
All right, so you pass out. You are not dying. You're not dead. You are dying.
We can heal.
You are down to 0 hit points and dying. And if you do not receive stabilization or healing, then there's a chance you'll die.
But basically, put it this way: imagine this is PUBG. We're in the top 5. You've just gone down. We're not resin you, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not even throwing a smoke grenade.
I think I'm going to try. Alan, I think I'm going to try and come and res you, mate.
All right, hey, Alan.
Yo,
remember that time we played PUBG and you left me to the circle?
I tried to help you.
And Rowan helped me.
So, Todok, it's top of the round, and it is your turn. Because you are starting your turn unstabilized and dying, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Right,
so on your sheet, you can just hit the word death save, and that's a 9. So you needed an 11 or higher, and unfortunately, that's one fail. So you can take off one fail.
I take off one fail.
You feel your body going slightly closer towards the light.
All right, great. And I use my two-handed battle axe.
All right, it is now Tima's turn, as he has just climbed up onto the balcony over by number 14, and he is trying to get away. Number 14 is chasing him down. He's pretty badly wounded. He's got an arrow in him from Todok, just shooting blindly into the random area. He's also been hit pretty badly from number 14, I believe. So he's running out of things he can do. So what can he do? I think he's going to try... Yeah, he's going to try that. So, number 14, I believe you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
The amount of wisdom saving throws we've all done in this...
Yep. It's almost like
10.
It's almost like I paired all of their abilities to work well together.
Funny how that works.
10 total. That will fail.
Things aren't going well.
No, they're not.
All team Viva La Dirt League.
Excellent. So you have your reaction. Excellent. This is going to work out well. This is very copacetic. All right. So first, I will roll the damage that you take.
Oh no.
Roll 3d6.
3d6.
All right. So as he leans over the edge, you hear him. You hear him just whispering something to himself. He's so far up that you can't really hear what he's whispering, but for some reason it affects your mind, and you're not quite sure. You kind of freaked out about what he's whispering. You're so scared that he must be whispering something that you start to feel your inner mechanisms of your sort of CPU starting to go a little bit haywire. You take 14 points of psychic damage.
No, I'm failing her.
And then don't worry, mate, psychics aren't real, so the damage isn't real. It's fine.
And then you must immediately use your reaction, if you have one, which you do, to move as far as you can away from him.
Which is just
so
30 feet.
You use your 30 feet, and you just push through those guys behind you.
To 30.1, whatever.
And as you leave their melee range, all three of them get an attack opportunity.
Fantastic.
This is not going well.
Win a 3 in Macarena.
First guy misses. Second guy's a natural 20, so you take 8 points of slashing damage.
Yes. Oh, good.
Woo.
And then the next guy misses as well.
16 health now. I lost over half my health in that engagement. Woo!
Yay!
Pretty clutch move on his part. Oh, and then he's going to use his movement to... I think he just voluntarily drops prone onto the balcony, giving other people a harder time to hit him, giving himself some cover. All right, that is Tima's turn. It is now Talia's turn.
Oh,
God.
I don't feel great about that. I don't feel great about that.
Talia's up here with a panther in her face.
Yeah,
she doesn't like that.
go away.
This Rob could just be like literally killing us all. This is the last. Like he's like.
I could.
Yeah,
I could. It's about whether or not I think that would tell the compelling story.
What's the Star Wars film? The one where spoiler
Rogue
alert.
One.
Rogue One. Yeah, this is basically Rogue One.
This is Rogue One.
This is Rogue One.
Yeah.
What's a win for a victory without a little bit of suspense beforehand, right? You got to come back from the brink. But unfortunately, the way that it relies on dice, I could take you to the brink, and then the dice take you over the brink, and I'm like, oh shit.
No, you died. No, you did. Yeah, there it is.
All right. So is she gonna just try and smash out this panther? I think she might. She's running out of spells.
Probably not. Probably just leave the panther alone.
Do you reckon? Let me see. She's first going to make it harder for you to hit. So she looks down at the panther and says, strange how when you look at something up really close, it can start to shimmer and you can start to sort of lose track of which one you're actually looking at as the binocular vision starts to. And as she's saying this, you start to see one more of her form appears, and then each of those split into two more into two as well. And so there's now 4 of her, all kind of occupying the same space.
Great.
That's going to be her action. She's not going to attack you, and she's not going to move. She's going to stay where she is, I believe. And then it's number 14's turn. That thing happened. Your circuitry kind of just does a real quick reboot, and you are no longer frightened of them.
And I'm back in the game.
Do you have some heals?
I do, but I'm out of spells.
Oh, great. Okay, sweet.
So, but all of my ranged heals are out. I do have inbuilt heals, but I have to be within range. I have to be touching the person.
Yeah, right.
And I just measure it, and I can't get to Alan in 30 feet.
Yes.
No, I can't even get to the bear totem in 30 feet. So.
And I guess as you pass through people to get to me, that'll take attack of opportunities on you as well.
Yeah, if he has to push, if he has to enter and then leave somebody's melee range, then they get an attack of opportunity if they wish.
Can he just jump in?
Yeah,
can he just yell words of support that?
Yeah. I need. Yeah, tell me everything's gonna be okay from afar.
Okay.
There.
Shit. I can't get to those two orcs by Britt, can I?
These two here?
Yeah.
Let's measure it. How far are you?
Nah, I'm too far away.
35. I'd say.
Don't worry about me.
I'll say make an athletics check, and if it's high enough, then you can push yourself beyond your normal limits and still have your action.
Okay, athletics. 19?
Yeah, all right. I'll allow you to go 35 feet on this turn instead.
Oh, thank God. Okay,
you push yourself. You dig deep into your mechanisms, and you.
Well, what's his name?
Overdrive.
Freddie gave me those extra little enhancements. Maybe I'm remembering about those.
You click the overdrive button on the gear shaft.
Okay.
You push turbo on your PC case.
And because I have experience with orcs as a racial trait or as my background, I can choose. If I click this, will it go into the? There we go. You can choose to reroll any attack you make against an orc, or choose to force a reroll of an attack an orc makes against you. And you must use a new roll.
Short rest.
So I'm going to.
So you can make an attack against one of them, and then if you don't hit, you can choose to reroll it.
Yeah.
Is that different to just having opportunity? Having what's it called?
Advantage.
Advantage.
He can basically give himself advantage after the fact.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this scenario, do I just be able to pick the best number, or do I actually get to physically roll again? So I kind of get 4 rolls.
Oh right, I see. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I'll say that you'd have to roll again so that you can't decide which one is better, and then decide. Oh yeah, I'll roll again because the second one was good.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I'm going to lay into this orc that's already hurt.
This one here. Yep.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Ah. We need a little victory.
I'm missing my axe. Why is my great axe not on my?
That's weird.
Rolling the toilet check.
Oh, sorry, it is there. The short sword was just above it.
Right, yeah, I added your magic short sword.
Well then.
Unfortunately, it was too low roll, and you can't go.
One.
You're not allowed to go.
Natural one. You have to do it in your pants.
Natural ones means you have to do it in your hands and then cup it.
Oh God, that's nasty.
Okay, I'm gonna.
It's coming to the plague.
Can I swing the great axe horizontally, hoping to get Orc 1, and if I kill him, get a bit of damage to Orc 2?
In the usual sort of homebrew fashion, if you overkill the first guy, I'll take the damage through the second guy.
Okay, here we go. We're overkilling. I presume I have to do it.
Come on, Schmidt.
25, 15, and 12!
Nat 20.
Yes!
And nat 20. Fuck yeah. All right.
Yes, mofo! So, both these orcs are going down. Let's do it.
Describe both of these orcs dying. What does it look like?
So there's a mechanism inside number 14 that allows his torso to spin. And so he picks the axe up and starts winding it up, spinning, then puts the axe out in front of him. And 2 orcs disappear.
And it just cuts through them as if they weren't even there. They kind of both turn around, like feeling something strike across their back. And they're a little confused about where you've come from because they're attacking this reindeer. And then as they turn around to face you, their upper half turns around, and then they look down, noticing extreme pain all of a sudden, and then both of them fall to the floor and pass out from blood loss instantly.
Wait, but that doesn't make physical sense.
It's cartoon physics. They don't recognize that anything's wrong until they recognize that
they're dead. Yeah.
All right.
Muscles turn themselves around and then get cut.
Am I able to use one of my mending kits as a bonus action, or is that an action?
I believe it's an action. Yes, it is. It's an action for you, I'm afraid.
Okay. Never mind. That's my turn.
All right. Zaza. On the top of your turn, Zaza, surrounded by these people and potentially going down, you hear almost like a channel's just opened up in your mind, and you hear a familiar voice of your father saying, "Tread carefully, Zaza. You're breaching on treason. You do not know of the matter to which you are referring. Where are you right now?"
Ooh.
And you recognize this spell. He's using a spell called Sending, where he has sent up to 25 words to you, and you can respond in kind immediately with up to 25 words.
Oh, please.
Now, choose your words carefully.
Zaza, yeah,
Please.
exactly. Choose your words very carefully.
He might come and help Zaza.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, you know. What the fuck?
Dad, leave me alone. Go away.
Are we're still at this, man?
Oh, stop talking!
No, that doesn't count. So hang on, okay. So this is like text messaging in medieval times.
Yeah, it's like a tweet that happens instantly, and he's just said it to you, and you feel the
is it a little bit back
connection
and
closing.
Forward, or is it just one message and then one message?
It's one message, and that's it. And
Let him know
you
we're
feel the
in danger.
connection. You feel the connection closing. What do you say?
Father, I'm sorry for my insolence. We're in danger. I'm in. Where are we?
Wait,
Wraith!
Wait, I'm in Wraith!
You're up to like 18 words already.
I've got 16 so far. I've got 16.
Oh god. I counted the ums though, so
Yeah, I counted the ums.
I'm still at 16 though.
You've got like 9 left.
Please send help.
Yep.
Now, like maybe ASAP?
Yeah.
Like portal. Say portal magic help. Portal magic help.
Portal magic help now.
And then you feel this connection close, and hopefully
and like what and like right. Like, we'll talk about this later.
Can I just use my last 3 words to go?
My last 3 words are send portal now.
All right. And now it is your turn. You have your action and your movement and a bonus if you have it.
What the hell are you
Okay,
gonna do?
now, can you count me? You can see the back end of my character sheet, Rob.
Yes, I can see your character.
So I've run out of my spell slots, but then in that level 2 area with invisibility, there's still 2 there. I'm not sure if I've been marking that incorrectly.
Oh, have you used those spell slots? I don't know.
You used the smoke bomb at level 2, so maybe you've got 1 less level 2 and 1 more level 1.
He also used magic missiles at level 2 at some.
Yeah, I think you might have cast magic missiles at level 2 at some point as well, right?
Okay, so you have.
So you've used both of those as well. Unless you counted them off of the level 1 spell slots.
I was counting everything off level 1.
Okay, so you use both your level 2s when you cast Magic Missile and Fog Cloud, but you still have 2 level 1 spell slots then.
Oh, fucking sweet.
Magic Missiles, these bitches.
Yeah, maybe or heal you. Like
I don't have healing. My options are Thunderwave, Silent Image, Magic Missiles, Hideous Laughter, and Fog Cloud. Fog Cloud could potentially
it'll hinder everyone else, but Alan's currently dying, so it's not going to matter.
I also have in the cantrips I've got minor. I know. Also, I can't use invisibility. That's my level 2.
Yeah, invisibility is level 2.
I've got a cantrip which is minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if I could. Can I make a duplicate of myself?
Not with minor illusion. It's a very weak magic. It can create something up to about 5-foot cube, and it's not really a moving image or anything.
I think it's time for Zaza to use magic missiles. So
Zaza uses what he knows and he uses it well.
Yeah,
why not Fog Cloud?
One joke and one.
Good at what he does.
I feel like Fog Cloud. Anyway.
I don't know.
Who you magic missiling?
Okay, magic missiling the folk around me. So
make sure you hit the dude who's already hurt.
This guy, and this guy.
Oh yeah. This. Hang on, how to ping shit.
Hold.
Double click it.
Hold.
Click and hold. So that one there. Oh, you're on the measuring tool.
Oh, okay. So that one, and that one. I guess one.
Okay, cool. Yep. So that's 1d4 plus 1 to each of those.
Magic. When do I act it out?
you can do that now. I will roll it for you.
Magic missiles. 1, 2, 3. Zaza, zaza, zaza.
Oh, damn.
You actually kind of did 3 this time. You haven't done that before. You've just done 1 too. Just 3.
I think he just makes it up every time. Zaza just like knows how. Like maybe the magic part is actually just that part, and then it's automatically sends off, and he just like.
He has to say his name.
Zaza, magic missiles. 1, 2, 3. Zaza, zaza, zaza.
All right. So this one is instantly wounded. This one is instantly wounded, and this one is instantly killed because he was already wounded. Kaplow.
Oh, nice.
So you zaza zaza, and they go up into the top in a triple helix, and then they spiral back down again, almost hitting you, but they split at the last second, and bam, 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 hit 3 on either side of you. Very good, very good. Are you going to move anywhere? Are you going to use your bonus action for anything?
But no, hang on. I always forget exactly how bonus action works.
Bonus action works if you have an ability that uses a bonus action, like for instance, second wind.
It's things that
for example, second wind.
which I don't have, but things that I don't have.
I don't.
You can take mine, bro. Take mine. I'm not going to use it.
I feel like I should probably, if I try and flee now, or like doesn't.
Yeah, if you leave melee range of anyone, then they can choose to take an attack of opportunity if they still have their reaction.
I can't see it behind the.
Like 5.
5. Okay.
I got 5.
Basically 1 HP, essentially. Like probably.
Yeah.
One hit away.
So even with him injured, if I try and like I don't know, move. I think move this way. Would they have a attack of opportunity?
If the first person, this one would get the first opportunity attack as you leave their space, and then if you go further than here, then you'd be leaving both of them as well, and then both of them would get an attack as well.
I guess so. It's best not to fucking move.
Probably. They're rolling.
So.
They're rolling D4s, so you've got a kind of okay chance of surviving.
If one of them hits you, you've got a chance of surviving it. If 2 or more hit you, you're probably going down.
And it's kind of whether you risk that now or just wait for them to hit you on the next turn. Like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you run over there, then they have movement on their turn. They probably
can just run over and
yeah.
All right, I guess I stay put then.
All right. Then it is Alfie the Panther. Panthy.
Right. I wait.
Is this a panther talking like that?
Yeah.
What?
Well, it's still me. I just look like a panther.
You're a lot less horrifying. You're like quite a.
So how? Oh God! See, I can't even reach you. I was going to try and come and reach you, but you're still 60 feet away.
Yeah.
Can you heal as a panther though?
Yeah, I can still use all my spells and stuff, right, Rob?
Yeah, not as a panther. You can use. Well, no, you don't. You don't have. You can't speak, so you don't have the vocal components.
Yes,
you don't have hands, so you can't do the physical components. And you don't have materials, so you can't do the material components. So you literally have none of the 3 components that are required for spellcasting.
Well, this is bullshit.
I was so sure I could.
You can at level 18. Like it's a pretty high druid level thing.
Quickly get to level 18.
Okay.
Come on, Goku, you can do it, Goku.
Oh, taking a shit.
I'm now level 18 and I shit myself.
Oh my
God.
God.
Pooping on the roof.
I'm sure you said I could do something when I was still maybe it was just my innate abilities I still had or something.
Yeah, things that aren't casting spells, you can you still have your own mind. So
yeah, exactly. So and because I don't need any materials to cure wounds, right?
But you need vocal and somatic components.
I just think about it really hard.
But technically, what he could do is run over there, drop form, and then do the spells, right?
It's a bonus action to drop your form, so you could run over there if he's within 50 feet. You could get to him, drop your form, and then cure wounds.
What if he's within 65 feet?
Then that's a lot longer than 50.
Yeah.
Do what number 14 did. where he pushes himself.
What does Alfie the Panther do in this situation where the Lamia, who's right in front of him and towering above him, has just shifted into 4 different Lamias?
Yeah, I think he gets off this roof regardless.
Okay.
She'll get an attack of opportunity.
Do you disengage or do you just leave her melee range?
So how does disengage?
What's the disengage thing? What is that?
Disengage is just one of the actions that you can take as an action on your turn. Which means that you are leaving somebody's melee carefully. You're spending your action trying to leave carefully so that they can't get a free attack on you as you turn your back and run.
Okay, sweet. And so I could disengage and then use my movement to get away safely, but I couldn't do anything else after.
And you couldn't do anything other than a bonus action after that.
Okay.
One of the bonuses of being a monk or a rogue is that they can dash or disengage as a bonus action as well as an action.
Yeah.
But normal people can't.
Yeah, what is my Panther's thing again? Does he have any bonus actions or anything? He's only got like that pounce thing, right? Okay.
Disengaging is not a bad idea because you're not going to be able to get an action anyway because you can't get that close. You're not going to be able to do an action anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I was thinking because I might be able to get down here and attack these people.
Oh, yeah.
If you leave her melee without disengaging and she happens to knock you down 9 hit points, then you drop your form to Alfie without needing to use a bonus action to drop your form to Alfie.
Yeah, but then I'm also Alfie stuck on a roof.
And you fall off the roof.
That's the roly-poly off the roof.
What are you doing? What are you doing? We're in the middle of a battle. Think fast. What are you doing?
I'm going to disengage and just get the hell away from this 4 lion women that are in front of me.
You're on a roof and you can move 50 feet. I will say that because you're leaping off of a roof, I'll allow you to move up to 60 feet. How's that?
Okay.
Because you're kind of using some of that movement to you're using the momentum of forward movement as you leap off the roof.
The fact that I already used my action though means that that kind of is irrelevant for me.
It's up to you. Just give me a little extra movement.
I could get in here and just surround myself with people and go, right, have at it. I can't do anything.
Yeah,
but
I would not get into that mosh pit.
I'm gonna sit out here so I'll be ready to attack on my next move.
But if you get amongst, there's you can but you'd need to not disengage and you might get hit and turn into Alfie. Damn it, never mind. Yeah. Because basically if you can get there as a Panther and heal Alan, that's one more person on the board to help, and you are one more person to be attacked by all these
economy. If you also want, I can say that you can try and intimidate the cultists as a bonus action with you being a Panther if you want.
Oh yeah.
But you have but you can't disengage. You have to get an attack of opportunity from.
No, it would be a bonus action because he's basically just snarling at them. Doesn't take a lot of.
Right. So I could just get in amongst and just give him a bloody good snarl.
Yeah, good do. It's up to you. What are you doing? Seems to have gone into significant bullet time right now because reading all of this all at once. But I could do this.
All right, fuck it. I move into the middle of all of them, and I go, "Nyah, stay away."
Nyar. Can you make an intimidation check, please?
Come on, be high, please be high, please be high.
Okay. Is that under Alfie or is that under my Panther?
It'd probably be under. Either one. You choose.
Whoever's got the higher.
Probably Panther.
I don't even know how to do the Panther as a intimidation check. I don't think it has an intimidation. Yeah, sweet. Where is it? There it is.
I will add respective bonuses from being. All right, so above a 10 and from a small bonus from being a Panther as well. I'll say that's succeed in knocking these guys aside as you push past them. And then as they see you push past, they turn to see what has pushed past, and you spin round, give them a good old snarl, and they seem suitably freaked out and probably going to run away.
Hey Rob,
it is now their turn to do. Yes,
Rob, I'm not on the turn order, just so you know.
Because you straight up haven't had a turn. That's weird.
I haven't had a turn, and I don't remember where I was in the order last time.
Why don't you roll initiative again? And if it's too low, we'll bump you up a little bit.
I think you were before. I think you were after me because I was trying to heal you last
I remember
game.
you were.
Yeah,
I remember you were.
I totally forgot.
In about 10. You were between 14 and Zaza.
I just realized, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, man, this game's boring.
I don't have anything to do.
I've been in Alan's chat on Twitch. I'm not gonna lie. I've been
waiting to hear your name called out. All right, Britt,
outrageous.
Okay, we're doing it. We're on the right track, and that is what?
Well, we're not just gonna put her back where she was.
Initiative check.
Initiative.
Just so you can put yourself in the turn order.
Right at the top.
Never mind. I'll do it.
Wait.
Never mind. I've done it.
Have you done it?
Yeah.
I need to get my glasses. I swear to God.
So Lorna / Barb. What do you at the top of your turn? You must make an attack against someone who is within melee range of you.
Alfie, I'm so sorry, but otherwise, who else am I supposed to attack in this?
What are the cultists?
Does she not get to do a wisdom saving throw first?
Nope, it's at the end of her turn.
Oh.
I can't attack the occultists, can I? I couldn't attack them last time.
Nope, it's someone who is Teema is manipulating your mind at the start of every turn to make you attack somebody.
What about this?
Right.
Man, I wish I hadn't run into the middle of that. Yeah.
No, I'm sort of semi-retconning this because Panther wasn't there at the start.
You're not here yet.
Her turn,
Yeah.
but Torok was.
Oh,
don't attack me! I'm already start.
So I need you to make an attack with advantage. I need you to make an attack with advantage with your dagger.
On Torok?
Yep, on Torok.
But number 14's right there.
Oh shit, we're gonna kill
Number
Alan.
14 isn't within melee range.
I liked it better when it wasn't Britt's turn.
Britt, what have you done?
Well,
you should have just been hanging out of my chat.
You might have been dead earlier if I'd brought it up earlier. So okay, we're doing I think I just click on my dagger. Right, that's what I did.
All right.
18.
I use riposte.
You are unconscious, and you'd already failed one death save.
It's fine. I'm bringing you back in like 1 second. Just relax.
So here's what happens, right?
Okay.
When you take melee damage, so from someone up close and personal, if they hit, it's an instant critical hit.
So you heal that amount?
And if they do a critical hit when you're already making death saves, it counts as 2 failed death saves.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God, I'm so glad it wasn't critical.
So what happens is Barb turns around, and with a madness in her eyes, she sees Torok lying on the ground, and she brings back the dagger, and she kneels down her reindeer legs, and she plunges it right through the sternum and into his heart. And Alan, Torok is dead.
Oh shit!
As soon as you do that,
no,
Barb,
but that can't happen. Nah.
Barb, as soon as you hit, your mind comes back to your own, and you realize what you've done, and you realize that it was at the hand. It was because of Grazd that this sort of effect can happen. This is the sort of thing that cultists of Grazd.
I've got a spell for this.
Yeah, but before we get that, in the background, my character goes, you know that thing you said in primary school? I go,
So, Britt, you have...
What's your death rattle?
Britt, you have an
now I know why
you have your movement.
I raise a hand up and as I sink into the ground.
You have your movement and you have a bonus action if you wish to take it.
So he's dead, dead, right?
Yep,
like
he is 100% dead. You have just killed him.
So what do I roll?
There's no more things that you can roll yet.
How do I totally get it. What do I do to come back?
But I have a spell called Spare the Dying, but he's dead, so I couldn't use that.
You need revivification magic at this stage.
I'm just gonna check.
Just use that then.
How do I use that?
Let's
don't have it.
Do one thing at a time. So
okay, I'm just gonna go check on Lorna just to see what she's.
As you stab him in the heart, and then your mind comes back to you, realizing that you've just killed Torok.
Yes.
You feel a darkness. You feel like this horrible, overwhelming guilt instantly, but you also feel a little bit of joy in the back of your mind that you see. You feel like you've just killed someone. Isn't that exhilarating and fun? And you hear a voice in the back of your head say, "Lorna, there you are."
Oh, fuff.
I've missed you so much. Where have you been, Lorna?
Are we going to have to fight
to have you back? And you realize that you have latent abilities that you can tap into if you wish.
I use second wind.
This is a Kylo
there are
Ren
two voices within you now,
situation.
and they are both vying for your attention, and you can choose
you know
which one to listen to.
No, Kylo, this is who I'm imagining is doing this. Adam Driver is like, come to the dark side, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna.
But maybe the dark side has some zombie magic that can revive Alan.
No, I'm looking at the spells that I have in my dark self, Lorna, and I don't really have anything aside from like scrying, which is just like I can spy on people, but that's like it.
Just screaming and crying at the same time.
So Britt, it seems that this voice that you've been hearing in dreams and things saying, "Where did you go? Where did you come back to?" It seems like he's now found you. He now knows where you are, and you feel like you have a direct connection to him if you wish to say anything.
You're a piece of trash. You killed my friend, you piece of trash.
No, you killed your friend, Lana.
No, you killed your friend. I didn't ask for this crown.
All right. You still have your movement. Do you want to move anywhere?
I'm disguising myself.
Does anyone have an adrenaline syringe?
Do you have any? Do you want to do anything as a bonus action?
Oh yes, I've got a spell that's floating around from Barb up near where the panther just was.
Yes, true. You've got your attack sword.
So maybe I can use that just to send some.
Yep, you can make a spiritual weapon attack against the Lamia.
Okay, great. Just finding my spiritual whip. There she is. I'm going to cast it as Barb.
Yeah, just click the spiritual weapon and it should come up on there. Yeah, 6 damage if 7 hits, but 7 does not hit, unfortunately.
Great.
Is there a gulag situation going on? Yeah.
No,
you strike out with the sword, strike against the Lamia, and it does not hit. Then, at the end of your turn, you can make a wisdom saving throw to see if you can get rid of this crown of madness.
Please, for the love of God, otherwise I'm next, or Ben's next.
Over this thing, honestly, let me just...
I really wish I hadn't just jumped into this crowd of people to try especially
she's done it!
I will allow some retconning here. All right, so at the end of your turn, as you stab Torok in the chest and all of this, and you're speaking to this guy in your mind, trying to push him from your mind, but he seems like he's getting you feel like icy fingers. Strangely, it almost feels like there's 12 fingers around your brain as he's sort of finding you and encompassing you again. But as you feel this, you get some sort of adrenaline burst within yourself, and you feel the crown blast off of you, and you now have your own senses back at least.
Thank goodness.
So before we move on, I will allow for a little bit of retconning with the panther, because you do see this as you're deliberating what to do. You kind of jump down to rescue Torok just as she's plunging the dagger into him. So what do you do?
Bob, what the are you doing? That is not gonna help.
Right after it happens, you see the crown explode off of her head. What do you do?
Okay, I still disengage, but I just jump to here instead.
To here instead. All right. And intimidate them from there instead.
Yeah.
Okay, then back into the order that it should have been. Where were we? Back to Torok's round. So, I believe that was right? Yeah, because we got to the top of the round. So, Torok.
Yeah, boy.
There is darkness. You don't feel yourself hit the ground. And everything is silent. It's not only black, it's just nothing.
All right.
And then there are sounds again. Sounds of a forest. You're familiar with forests. You've been in them a lot. But this forest, there's something a little different about it. You open your eyes and you're standing. And you're wearing just simple grey robes, a grey tunic. And you're standing in a clearing that is perfectly circular, surrounded with trees. And there's a very thin path directly ahead of you that leads straight out of this forest clearing. What do you do?
I follow the path. I'm going to walk
It's
this
heaven.
path.
It's heaven.
You step out of the center of this glade, and as you walk towards the path, you see a figure starting to walk up the path towards you. This figure looks vaguely humanoid in that they are bipedal and have 2 arms on either side and a head, but other than that, the proportions are all off. The torso is rather small, but the arms and legs are very long. They have grey skin, and they're wearing grey, almost acolyte robes. Elongated head with sort of misshapen proportions to it. Very definitely not elf or human or any other race that you've seen before. They walk towards you and just kind of hold out some long fingers, and you feel compelled to kind of stop where you are in the clearing. And they reach out into their robes and bring out a large leather-bound book, and they open it up and just wordlessly scribble down a few notes, looking you up and down. And then they snap the book shut and turn and walk out of the glade.
Oh shit.
Can I?
And then you die. You're done, mate.
Yeah.
Who's doing it now?
Where do you go? Okay, what now? What happens? Is this me?
And then it fades into blackness, and that's you. Who's doing it now?
You walk out of
Wait,
the.
How do I go back to help friends?
You walk out of the glade, following them, and they don't turn and they don't answer you. But you start to hear more. You start to hear more noises. You start to hear other voices. There's angry shouting. There's yelling. There's laughter. There's crying. There's all manner of emotions. It's like, you know how many emotions are filled within an airport. It's kind of like that on like taken to 11. There's just so much going on right now, and you start to get it louder and louder as you exit this path and into a much larger sort of path, still within a forest. But now there are people milling about. There's more of these sort of strange elongated creatures with grey robes taking notes in books. But now you see there are humans, elves, dwarves, halflings. There are everybody around. And some people are crying. You see one guy who's shouting something at one of the grey guys, like, "You tell me where I am right now, and where the hell is my armor?" Blah blah blah. And then there's another guy who's just kind of sitting and cradling his daughter. It's a very peculiar situation you found yourself in. It is now Tima's turn. Tima, the cultist.
Well, I'm glad that's all cleared up.
Yeah,
Good.
Torok's having a good time.
Everybody's out of somewhat. He is going to. So Tima just shouts. He sort of crawls himself to the edge of the balcony and he shouts, "Hey, metal man, you're starting to get rusty. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?"
Oh God!
What? Rude.
See you later. It's time for me to fly.
18. I turn around and go, what the hell are you talking about? I am always in amazing condition.
Yeah, well, and then he rolls over.
That was a really weird encounter.
Then it is the Lamia's turn. She is now up on the thing. She doesn't like this sword is in her face, kind of. So she is going to continue to prowl. She gets to the edge of here and leaps across the balcony here. She's going to get to the corner.
Jeez, she can move massive distances. Goodness.
Oh yeah, man. She's got big old lion legs. She's got a
80 feet.
Yeah,
why,
and she's
why a reindeer and she's a lion?
Well, that's a question for your evil suitor, I imagine. So doing nothing with her action, she's just going to dash and get to there. Then it's 14.
Oh God.
Good.
No,
the bear? What's the bear here? I keep forgetting.
The bear totem is Alfie's totem that gave you all temporary hit points.
Get you to cast it again, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can only cast that once.
I'll get to do it again. Cheers.
Okay. Well, I've grown accustomed to this weird. Oh shit! I'm moving the wrong thing. I've grown accustomed to this weird elf kind of guy, so I'm gonna get right in amongst and try and save him from the ones that are probably gonna kill him next turn. Oh wait, no, they go after his turn.
You mean Alfie, the panther?
No, sorry, I mean Rowan.
Oh right, Zaza. Gotcha.
I
heard Alf, not elf.
Elf.
Yeah.
But then I've just realized that we all get to go before these guys, and maybe it's just going to be better to... I don't know. How far can I go if I...
As 14 just slices these two orcs in half, suddenly his mind's in overdrive fight mode, and he's starting to analyze like who's on the back swing and who's on the forward swing, and he's trying to analyze where in the turn order they are.
Can I go that way, and then I want to get behind the... I want to get over to here, which I can do in 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna start attacking some of the peeps.
All right.
Start swinging.
Let's do it.
So I'm going down and across, and I'm in here, and I'm gonna again starting with an orc because I hope it
Starting
goes
with
through
the
him.
orc so that you can roll if you can. Yeah.
And if it goes through into the elf next to him, then
Yep.
awesome. Here we go. Great axe. God damn.
So 19 doesn't look like it's going to hit. As you bring it back, he seems to have seen you coming. So you can choose to use your orc advantage.
I am going to indeed. Here it goes again. 18.
18 will hit. So 18 is 6 points of damage, and that will.
I don't get the 7, do I? Because that was.
No, that would have been if you had advantage and got the nat 20.
Yeah.
And he is instantly bloodied because of that. He does not look like he's had a good time. You dig the axe; it goes about halfway into his torso. Doesn't quite sever his spine, but he's probably going to bleed out from this wound if he doesn't get it treated very quickly.
Kicking ass and taking names.
Yeah, boy. All right, so that was some movement. That was an action. Anything as a bonus action?
I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action, really. I've got.
Can you just kill all of them as a bonus action?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've got this kill all spell that I can use.
Well, use that, you idiot.
You want to be careful with the wording of things like that.
Mate, I'm dead.
All right.
Yeah, I've only got one spell and I don't have any spell slots left. So,
It is Britt/Barb/Lorna Red.
Right.
You have an action. You have your own turn. Your own mind is yours.
Oh man, just attack me again, Brett. That worked out great.
Can my whole action just be crying over Torok's body? Or...
It can be, but I don't suggest it.
Okay.
You have a plethora of options available to
really
you.
do, guys.
Both gifted from the Tree of Life and gifted from Grast.
I got some hella fun stuff, but if I use it, I might go bad. Like, I have a feeling that I probably am going to go bad if I do it. But should we just give it a crack?
YOLO, just got a YOLO.
I'm already dead. I have no opinion.
All right. Ooh. Maybe a little bit of a sneaky sacred flame could be quite fun.
Oh, what does a sacred flame do?
Who would you use it
we
on?
could charm someone.
What does sacred flame do? That sounds fun.
Sacred flame is like a column of radiant light that comes from your deity, and they have to dive out of the way of it or take damage.
Is it AOE? Because you could take a few people out.
It's a single target effect.
Damn. Should I just
it's not very powerful because it's a cantrip, but it's at least an unlimited thing.
You know what I might do? I might do a shield of faith on someone because. Or should I? Oh god!
It's not a bad idea to shield of faith, Rowan.
Shield? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or okay, let's do that.
I don't think I can be taken down. I've got 16 health, so.
Who needs it the most? Rowan.
I think.
I think Rowan.
Yeah.
Although he does have his turn before them, but it's still probably a good idea because other people could go at him.
We're gonna do a shield of faith on Zaza.
Now, if you notice, both of your deities offer you Shield of Faith as one of the options. So to decide which one you're actually getting it from, I need you to roll a Charisma saving throw, please.
From which person? Just any person?
If this ends up backfiring and you end up accidentally killing me.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Now.
Put the Shield of Faith inside you and just explode.
So both deities offer you Shield of Faith as a cultist to them. So you can choose to use either one, but...
Wait, so I need to make a roll to...
You need to make a Charisma saving throw with Barb's stats. Right,
okay. Doing so. Charisma.
And then that will decide which one answers the call when you...
Hey! Lucky
All right. So you dig down deep and you feel him saying, "Yes, I can offer you all the spells, all the riches, everything that you." But then another voice, like a more feminine voice, starts to overcome his and says, "Shh, listen to me, listen to me. I haven't been with you as long as he has, but I've been with you for the last 35 years, and I'm with you now. We can fight this if you want to." And then you listen to this voice as you feel this radiant energy coming out, overcoming the darkness within you for temporarily, and it comes down your arm and out of your fingertips, and you feel Zaza get completely drenched in this golden light. He gets a golden shower, and now he's got this small like an inch out of him is like a protection all around him, like he's wearing a golden bubble.
Nice.
And he goes.
And your AC is increased by 2 for the duration. All right, so that was
showered on.
That was a bonus action.
I've got. Oh, that's.
Oh, there was a bonus action.
Kill some of these people.
Yeah,
You've
kill
got an
someone.
action and a movement.
Is there a place I can add temporary armor class?
Just increase it on your character sheet. You can just create add whatever it was.
Add it there.
And Torok, your armor class is decreased by 2. Your golden light is finished as she has recast it on someone else.
Yeah, sweet. That
Doesn't really matter, isn't it? People probably not going to.
I'm happy to set the armor class right down to 0 at this point. It doesn't matter.
I feel sad
so
for you,
can
Alex.
I do? If I've got an action, can I do guidance or guidance on someone else, or can I do?
Yep, because one of them is, as long as one of the 2 spells that you cast is a cantrip, you can cast 2 spells in a round. Otherwise, you can't. Guidance is a cantrip, so you can do that if you want. You can also attack as an action. You can attack with a dagger, or you can attack with your hooves. Hooves does a lot of damage, but it's on the Lorna sheet.
I really want to use vicious mockery, to be honest.
Vicious mockery's a pretty good one, but it's on the Lorna sheet.
Yeah, screw it. Let's try it out. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Who are you viciously mocking?
I'm gonna viciously mock. Can I reach her? Is she reachable? Where is she on?
Yeah. As long as they're within like 60 feet or something and can hear you saying something. What do you say?
I'm gonna viciously mock her. I'm gonna be like, you fucking suck.
Oh shit! That's
pretty
vicious.
Oh, pretty vicious.
That is downright vicious. That is.
You suck so bad.
Even with advantage, she would have failed that. So yeah, she takes psychic damage, 1d4 psychic damage, from your words really cutting to the quick, and she has disadvantage on the next attack roll that she makes.
Nice.
Who was that?
She attacked the Lamia.
Oh, wait.
Lamia. All right,
Is this a kid? Is this a child there?
So no, it's a halfling.
It's a halfling.
So you shout this out to her, and it seems like it really gets to her, even though the words themselves.
What are you saying again?
You fucking suck!
Ow! 3 damage! Ow!
Even though the words themselves were perhaps not that cutting, there's magic interlaced within them, and also the position of power that you hold over her, or once held over her, seems to be reminded of the fact that she was once only your right hand man, and now is reduced to trying to kill you. And so she's so focused and angry and kind of flustered with it that her next attack has disadvantage.
Yes.
That's what Team was trying to do on you, number 14. Like telling you you're rusty.
And I was like, no, I ain't.
Zaza. What are you doing, Zaza?
Look, honestly, guys, I have a few spells and things at my disposal, but really, magic missiles seem to be a real winner.
They kind of do.
They really seem to be a real zinger.
3 people around you.
Magic fucking missiles. Here we go. Well, hang on, let me just put. I also got magic missiles. Last one. I'm going to cast magic missiles again on this chap, this lass, and this. Was it the one I killed one of them before. Maybe that one.
So those 2 instantly die. This one is instantly wounded from the magic missiles again, spiraling up and exploding their heads. You have movement, and I don't believe you have anything you can do as a bonus. So movement.
I mean,
you could get away.
I could just get. I might just get the fuck away. There's still an attack opportunity from.
Yeah, there will still be an attack of opportunity.
It won't kill you though because they only roll 1d4s.
I think I'm gonna just attack it. I'm gonna try and just get out of.
Watch out for Lion Lady on the roof there.
Yeah, I'm gonna head.
Go the other way. Go towards Elfie.
I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Over this way. So hang on.
All right.
How far can I go?
30 feet.
30 feet.
That was too far.
I need to measure it up.
As you leave his melee range, that last one is going to attack you. 13 does not, I believe, hit with your new Shield of Faith.
Check you.
Strikes out, and you feel its hit against the golden bubble around you, and not penetrate. Very cool, very cool. Zaza, at the end of your turn, you guys all, in fact, see that over here on this pedestal here,
Where?
In the middle. In the middle.
On the pedestal in the middle by the bear.
Yeah.
You see this sort of swirling of almost purplish energy, almost lilac energy.
Oh, thank God! Reinforcements have arrived.
Yeah.
And it sort of makes a thin leaf-like shape, and then blasts open to another plane almost, and then stepping through it, you see this guy.
Rowan, Daddy.
That's your dad.
Oh damn, Daddy Rowan.
Just to show you.
He's here to finish the
properly.
job and kill Zaza.
Oh please. Oh please, if that was true.
Wow.
You see this guy here, who
Father.
is very much Zaza in appearance. He's got the same sort of Phantasmo family crest here and here on clasps on either side. Obviously, this is another work by Ajo. Wonderful work.
Very good. Very good.
You see Zaza's father. You guys, even though you've never met him, you can instantly recognize this is Zaza's father. As an elf, he doesn't really age too well he doesn't age too badly in the appearance sense, and so they basically look like almost brothers or twins.
Hello, father.
You see him step through, and he says, "Zaza, what the hell is going on here?" And then he looks around and kind of assesses the situation, and he enters the initiative order. Add turn, and he's going right after Zaza.
Oh, nice.
There we go. All right. Reassess, descending order. Bam. It is now his turn. He's just used his turn to teleport to where you are. He kind of looks around and uses his quick thinking to kind of assess what the situation is. And then he moves back away from most of the threats. But you see him, all of you see him recognize that there is a Lamia up on the roof and another Lamia in your midst, and he seems to recognize Lorna Red.
Oh.
That is.
And then he uses the kill everyone spell.
And then he uses the kill everyone spell, including Lorna Red.
Well, no, sorry. He uses the kill everyone and revive Torok spell.
Right.
Yeah,
that one.
that'd be cool. If he's got that, let's do that.
Yeah.
Then it is Alfie's turn.
Right. Struth, crikey, dick.
I'm gonna set a timer on your turn this time, Ben.
Probably wise.
Yeah. You've got 60
to clarify,
seconds for your turn.
It's definitely a wise decision to not try and finish this fight in the last session.
So, to clarify, to drop my form is a bonus action or an action?
Bonus to drop it?
Okay, sweet. Here's what I'm thinking.
Lay it on us.
Do it. Tell us.
I'm gonna go over here. Right.
Tactical withdrawal. I'll dig that.
Go over here, drop my form, and then use gust of wind down this hallway to keep these fuckers away from us.
Oh,
Okay.
I like it.
These guys away from us.
Those guys are to the right?
Yeah, these guys over here.
Cool, okay.
Okay, forward thinking there.
Yeah.
Could work.
Yeah.
If they get slammed into the wall, I'll allow them to take a bit of damage as well.
Oh, sick. All right. So I drop the panther form. How do I do that again?
Can you just delete it?
Delete it.
There you go. And Alfie pops back on the field.
All right, Alfie's back, everybody.
Alfie's back, baby.
Hey, Alfie.
Sweet. And then I use gust of wind. Oh, hang on. Let me just double check this gust of wind spell. How far does it go?
Can you click it so we can see it in chat?
Yes. There we go.
Chat box.
A line of strong wind that's like 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. So, yes, sick. That goes ages, mate. All right. So, I want to do that.
All right. So they have to make strength saves, I believe. Strength saving throw for cultist. So, one closest to you. What's the DC I need to hit? 13, it says
13.
there. DC 13.
Yeah.
So first guy is a 15, so that he makes it. Let me just double check that I'm getting this right. Strength saving throw, I'll be pushed away, and he has to use extra feet of movement to get to you.
Yeah, and because that stays there, right? So at the start of every turn, they have to do those checks, right? Yeah,
That's right. Second guy is going to try a strength saving throw, and That was a natural 1 or a natural 20 if he'd had advantage, but he didn't. So with a natural 1, I'm going to definitely say that he tumbles over, and not only falls over, but he slams his head on the cobblestone as he rolls, and then poof, slams into the wall as well.
That's right.
This guy is just, you hear a sickening crack as his head hits the ground.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Yes.
And then the last guy is a 10, so that fails. He gets pushed back 15 feet and poof, slammed against the wall, and he'll take 1d6 damage.
Yeah, that's right. Feel the power of my wind.
4.
He is instantly bloodied.
Yeah, boy. Yeah,
Nice.
boy.
And you just stand there with this huge torrent of wind coming out of your arms.
Yeah.
Very cool, very cool. That's everything you can do, Alfie, I believe.
Yes, and then I scream at them and say, "Stay back!"
All right.
As a bonus action.
It is now the cultist's turn. Let's see. Starts its turn in the line, blah, blah, blah. Just made the strength saving throw. So if it moves towards you, it has to take 2 feet of movement. All right. So this orc is going to try and move towards you.
Yeah.
But 2 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves forward means that he's halved effectively. With half movement, he can still just about get to you.
Right.
So he's going to take 1 cultist attack on you. What's your armor class? No, 10 won't do it. So he tries to strike at you, but he's just telegraphing the attack so much with the slow.
It says my armor class is 12.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And then this guy from the back here, he's going to try and move towards you. With half speed, he can't get to you. So he's going to have to dash just to get to you, which means he doesn't have an action to actually attack.
Right, so those strength saving throws they did, was that at the start of their turns? Or was
it's when they start their turn in the effect. Right. I allowed it to happen when you first did it because they were the next people in.
Yeah, sweet.
So these people no longer try to kill Torok because why beat a dead horse?
Just stop. He's already dead.
So this one steps over Torok's body.
And I will use my attack as he disadvantaged as he
disengaging.
Is he disengaging or is he just? Get my attack,
he's very much engaging. His toes are in your wounds.
Okay, I use my attack of opportunity.
So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attacks on you, Bob.
What?
Come for me! I got 68 hit points as long. I'm not afraid of anything right now.
9 attacks, in fact. Sorry, there's a guy who's kind of stuck in the middle there.
They can't even take you down then, even if they all rolled 4s.
What's your armor class? It's 14, right? So that's a miss. That's a hit. That's 2 damage. That's another miss. That is another hit for 3. So that's 5 total. That's another hit so that's 8 total. That's a miss.
This is not working.
That's a miss, and that's a hit for 3. So that was 11 points of damage from all of them.
Ain't no thing.
Ain't a thing.
Ain't no thing.
For some reason, I can't click on my character. I don't know why.
So it ain't no thing, but it potentially now with no other no other people to attack, they might whittle away at you.
I'm trying to update my.
None of them wanted to attack me. I'm glad about this, but none of them wanted to attack me.
No, for some reason, none of them wanted to attack you.
Yes.
Yes.
For some reason, the way he said for some reason.
It is now. It is now Talia's turn. She sees this new contender hit the field.
Oh yeah.
Big
Daddy Warbucks.
She's going to try and have to deal with that. So she's going to have to get to him. Can she get to him? Oh, yeah, boy, just enough, look. 50 feet of movement. So she leaps off of the roof, comes bounding over the field, and as she gets to him, she looks like she's about to start attacking Duke Derek. But instead she gets to him, she slows down, and then she just brings up a hand and says, "A new handsome man's joined us. Wonderful." And she traces her hand down his face, or at least tries to. So she's going to use Intoxicating Touch.
Oh no!
Oh fucking hell!
Now we've got another enemy. Yes,
Zaza, your dad better not be easily aroused.
As she brings out her hand, he says, "Begone, witch!" and he smacks her hand to the side, and she doesn't get to touch him.
Let's go, Derek.
Let's go, Derek. Let's go.
Let's go.
Where's Zaza gone? Where's Ron?
Torok.
He nipped off to the toilet, I think.
Yeah, Torok. I Use a second wind, followed by action surge.
Followed by land in a revealing.
You find yourself following this crowd of people that are kind of all meandering down one way or another. Eventually, it opens out from the edge of this forest into just this huge, open, flat, impossibly flat field. Effectively, you can see for miles and like maybe even dozens of miles, maybe even hundreds of miles. It is impossibly flat and stretches on and on and on. What do you do?
Oh man, this doesn't sound like there's too much to do in this place, to be honest. Is anyone else still around me? Sorry, is this?
Oh yeah, hundreds of people around you, and not only people, but there are winged creatures. There are insect-like people. There's a couple of mechanical-looking creatures that seem to almost be warforged, but tiny versions. Like imagine Pac-Man as a warforged.
Can I look for someone who knows like what the hell is going on? Just look for somebody who knows.
Yeah, you see a gnome that's sitting down, like working on tinkering something or other.
I approach this gnome.
Good day.
Hello. So where are we? Is the thing.
First time in the Outlands. You're dead, mate. You're dead.
Right. How do I not be dead?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? You got friends back where you were not dead.
I do. They need me.
Yeah.
They need to rock.
Powerful friends, like magic type.
Yeah, they got some magic. I wouldn't say powerful, but they're alright.
I mean, the best thing you can do is wait for them to res you. Like, I'm waiting for mine.
There's really nothing else I can do here.
But that's the quickest way. Quickest way is to wait for it to be resed. But unfortunately, you're past the plains now, mate. You're in the outer plains. You're in the heavens.
All right.
A word of advice: don't talk to those. And he points over, and you see some very devilish kind of creatures that are now pushing through the crowd, looking at people, and like this winged sort of bony creature that's almost skeletal. It reaches out a clawed hand and grabs somebody nearby, lifts it up, and this slathering tongue comes around and says, "You're not them." Throws them to the side. Seems like they're just looking for people in the crowd. He says, "Don't talk to them. They'll try and lead you towards the lower plains."
What are the lower plains?
Well, you heard of hell?
Don't make a deal.
Have you heard of the 9 hells?
Yes. No, bad time.
Yeah, they'll take you to the 9 hells. You want to? I mean, you can stick around here. This is kind of the neutral place, or you can head if you head north. And he sort of points out in the vast direction. He says, if you head that direction, you'll eventually get to some towns that'll take you to the upper plains. Maybe that's where you want to be. It's some nice places. There's some good things to do there, just in case your friends don't come through.
I'm tired. Are there any board games around here? Or...
I mean, we can play some dice. I've got dice if you want.
Great, let's do it. Let's play some
dice. Start to play a dice game. All right.
Have you heard of D&D before? Yeah.
Shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons?
It is now Tima's turn. Tima, the cultist fanatic, who you've left alive, even though he was on the very verge of death when he escaped. He managed to keep himself alive with that clutch, dissonant whispers. He is
and me missing a javelin throw 3 times in a row.
A javelin throw,
That's right.
He is going to. He's got no one within range anymore. Damn it! He's going to have to get. Oh no! Wait, Zaza's daddy's in range now.
Oh no!
Hey, daddy.
Daddy.
My father.
My father.
Is this the same dad This is the same guy that sent the Warforged to kill you, right? Right?
Well, no, to be specific, to kill Barb.
And also, no, not necessarily. He commissioned it 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
He shouts out, "You're just as ugly as your son!" And your father has to make a wisdom saving throw.
I very beg your pardon?
Where is he? Duke Derrick, there he is. Wisdom saving throw is going to be... Oh, bloody hell, he's going to ace it. No, he's not. He got a 3. So he takes 1d4 psychic damage and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Great.
And then it is 14, you're up.
I have been racking my brain for something to do, considering I'm out of spells and everything, and I didn't realise something I could have done ages ago and probably not have Alan die.
Right.
What was it?
It's my channel divinity, which I got at level 3. as an action, I can do one of these two things, and the one I want to do now is Conquering Presence. You can use your Channel Divinity to exclude a terrifying presence as an action, and force every creature within 30 feet to make a Wisdom saving throw. And for a minute...
Oh, they become frightened of you. That's right.
For a minute. So,
excellent.
And that, I just checked, 30 feet within... What's her name? Talia's 30 feet within me as well. So everyone, apart from the 3 over here...
Very cool, yes. All right, so everybody makes wisdom saves except, including Barb.
Right.
Derek is out, Alfie is out, Zaza's out, but everybody else makes them. Also, Barb, you have a Channel Divinity as well that has healing abilities.
Is that Bliss? Is that...
No, it's on the main page, not the spell page. You've got a feature called Channel Divinity.
Now, what do they have to roll above? My DC?
Your DC, which is on your top of the spell page.
12, yeah.
12, all right. So, Lamia, wisdom save. 5, she failed it.
Yes! That's the primary reason I was doing this. Thank God.
And then all of the cultists.
Terrified little kitty cat, not a lion.
Yeah, she's terrified. All right.
But she's only terrified of number 14. Is that right?
Yes, terrified of 14. That's 1 save, 2 save. Only 3 saves out of all of the cultists as well. So I'm going to put on the ones that saved real quick. What's happening here? This one here. I'm going to put a little token on that says that they are not frightened. Actually, probably easier to do this way. All right, that's an excellent move. So how do you make them frightened? What does it look like?
I think, out the top of my head, similar to the alert that alert level 10, a little siren comes out the top and starts kind of like what's that thing from Harry Potter that screams?
Howler.
Howler, yeah. It just starts howling.
Just screaming.
Another toe out of line will bring you straight home. That's what it actually says. Just for you.
Thanks for that trivia there, Britt. I knew you'd get some trivia.
You're welcome.
I'll do that one. Oops.
Except it's more electronic.
Excellent. You see, as she runs down and tries to touch Derek's face, and he knocks her to the side. I will not fall for your plans, witch. You all hear this screaming, and she turns over, and you see her take a couple of steps back away from number 14. Like, oh shit. Excellent move. So that was your action to do. You've got a bonus action and a movement if you want to use them.
Now, because they're terrified of me, they won't get a. If I don't disengage, they won't take up opportunity.
So frightened as a condition means that they cannot willingly move any closer to you, and any attacks that they make when you're within their line of sight has disadvantage.
Okay, so
they can still attack you, but
still take an attack of opportunity if I moved away.
Yeah, they're just like.
And so, does that affect their attacks against everyone, or just against
any time? Because even if they're attacking somebody else, he's still there and he's still freaking them out. Exactly.
Yeah, cool. Just trying to decide if I move to get into a better position.
Barb, you're next.
I'm just gonna. I'm near uncertain I can do this, but I'll check. 15 feet to there, 10, 12 feet to there. I'm just gonna get into a more advantageous position.
All right then.
Just that.
So that's going to be 3 of them are going to take an attack of opportunity on you, but with disadvantage each. That's a miss. That is a miss, and that is a miss.
Right.
Nice.
I'm too scary.
Yeah, damn scary. This hulking metal beast with his head split open and screaming siren. It is now Lorna Red / Barb. What are you doing?
I can't scry to... I mean, it's probably irrelevant what Torok's doing, right?
No, scrying is not a combat thing. It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Great. Okay, let's forget about
that's
that.
That's only 100 turns.
100 turns.
Fine.
I mean, you may as well start now because
I'd spend the next 100 turns scrying.
And Alan spends the next 100 turns dying.
Yeah.
No, I'm playing D&D in this planes. I'm fine. Like, take the time you need.
D&D Deception.
D&Dception.
I have something called Bless that I would love to do because I can cast it on 3 people, I think.
Bless is 3 people, yes.
Yeah, so 3 creatures up to your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, they can roll a d4 and it adds to it. So I'll do that on who's in range for me? I'll do it on 14.
Yeah.
And nice. Torok's dead, sorry. I thought
Zaza's probably in range, isn't it?
That's fine.
What's the range?
I'm okay with it.
Bob, as you look around, around for people to cast Bless on, you see Torok's dead behind you. Number 14 runs in. You look over to see Zaza and think about casting it on him, and then you see Zaza again standing a few feet away, and you look back at the first Zaza that's engaged with the Lamia, and you recognize him. You recognize there's a deep loathing that comes from within you. You recognize this guy as your mortal enemy, and you're not sure why. It's the sort of feud that's taken a long, like it's been going for maybe a century, and you can't really remember why it started. But this guy, you hate him with a passion, or at least a dark part of you does.
Yeah, maybe Zaza's dad's a real good guy.
I hate that guy. I'm going to ignore him for the sake of Zaza continuing to live. I'm going to cast Bless on 14 in Zaza because I can just reach, but I can't reach Alfie, unfortunately.
You can do yourself.
Pardon?
Can I do myself? Yourself. Yeah, you're a creature that you can.
Amazing.
I'll do that.
All right, so the 3 of you, Zaza at 14 and Bob-ish, you get your blessing, so you can add a d4 to any ability checks or attack rolls. What is it? Attack rolls or saving throws, actually, not ability check.
Yeah, it says attack rolls and saving throws.
So that was your action for Bless, I believe. Anything for your movement or bonus?
I've just got to flick to Lorna and see if I've got a bonus action that's any different, because I know that I've only got 1 bonus action as Bob, and it's not that good because it's not relevant now that What's-Her-Face has just moved. Because that thing that I had that was up by her, I can't move that. I have to use an action.
As part of the bonus action, it can move up to 20 feet and then attack.
Oh, so it can attack. Okay, I'll do that. I'll just move it to where she is and attack her.
So up to 20 feet closer to her, so you can move it down to there.
Great. Well,
you see this sort of acid-dripping, wavy greatsword come floating down off of the roof, getting closer to her.
Cool. And can I attack from that distance? I can, hey?
No, it's a melee weapon.
Oh, just kidding. Okay, well, let's
Zaza, you're up. You see Daddy's just arrived.
Just jokes.
Daddy.
Father. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Daddy.
Sorry about the note. I was joking.
Well, no, he's probably a good guy, right?
Well, he's my dad. I mean, you know. Hey,
but
Father.
Zaza was a real prick to him.
Yeah. Might have been a little bit of a misunderstanding about the assassination. Might have got my wires crossed a little bit. Still not totally sure, though. What's up with the... You know what I'm talking about.
We can talk later, Zaza. Can we get to the point?
Yeah, Zaza, I don't know that this is the time, really.
As he is literally fending off Alamia's attacks.
Well, okay.
Dad.
Dad, I'm tired and I've run out of spells. I'm tired and I've run out of spells.
Take me home. I am done. The world sucks. I want to go back to the islands.
Dad, look at me.
According to your instructions, I went on an adventure I didn't want to go, and look where I found myself. Trying to help people. This is what you get when you try to help.
Do you spend your turn shouting at your dad?
No, right, here we go.
Can we do something on your turn then? We're in combat.
You should have said yes, that would have been fucking hilarious.
Turn shouting at his dad, who's fending off a lion woman.
Middle of combat, as soon as Dad shows up. Right, Dad, I'm going to do
so funny.
Now, I have a potion in my inventory that I picked up off a dead body back in the old town.
Correct.
That potion, if I look at my bio, is a small glass vial containing an iridescent substance that swirls in a hypnotic pattern.
Correct.
I'd like to identify it.
So we will say that because you've spent time walking here, I'll allow you to make an Arcana check that sort of retcons to see if you worked out what it was on your way here.
Okay. Making an Arcana check. One moment.
Arcana check, yeah.
Arcana check. Making it. There we go.
Nice.
So for some reason, since you picked it up, you've forgotten that you had it on you, and have not spent any time identifying what this thing is. So you get it out of your bag now, and in the heat of the moment, it's not going to be enough to pick up anything on what this is any more than you already know. It just swirls in a very hypnotic pattern. You can choose to drink it or not.
Throw it at Torok's body and just see what happens.
Oh, there's a chance.
Alan's just replacing himself with a picture of himself so that he can leave. Go do something else.
What are you talking about? No, it's fine, guys. Look away real quick.
That tripod is so obvious.
Seamless.
And the position of your arms just holding it.
If you could have got that real still, that would have been awesome.
I was laughing too much.
It's not even a gif of you moving so that it's more believable.
I couldn't figure out how to do it. I was gonna film like a little video of just being like nodding and like try to loop it. I didn't know how to do that.
Right, fuck it, I'm drinking the spell.
Oh god, oh no.
You pop off the thing and stuff it down, and you feel instantly like you have the ability to cast a spell that is going to be an area of effect spell.
Oh.
But you don't. But he doesn't know what the spell is.
Nope, because he didn't identify the potion.
Move back to where everybody is. Do it. You should move to.
Well, it's an arrow effect, so it's either going to damage or heal.
Fetty?
So, Hank, can I cast? Can I just go? I'm casting that spell, not knowing what it is. Okay, I'm casting that spell about there.
Oh god.
About there.
Yeah, right in the middle of it. Fuck them all up.
Heal everyone.
Oh god, it's gonna kill us.
Yet another wisdom saving throw. Everybody in that range has to make a wisdom saving throw.
God's sake.
This is gonna fucking kill us.
There's a lot of wisdom saves in this game.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
13. Although
who knows what the spell is? Everyone can turn into fucking sheep.
But the thing Britt does gives us a little bit of extra something, doesn't it? We can roll
a d4. But you add your d4 to it.
Add d4. So I just need to roll a d4 because I'm not happy with my roll. I think that's not enough.
I got 3, so 17, 18, 19, 20.
Oh, I got another 4, so 17.
Why did you get to roll it twice?
All right. So,
we didn't.
What do you mean?
Oh, Brett rolled the d4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing.
All right, so Bob gets a 20, dirty 20, and Adam gets a 17, which beats the DC. So everybody else, all the other guys actually failed it. What you are doing is casting a spell called Hypnotic Pattern. So the clues were right there.
Yeah,
as you sort of drink this potion, you feel it enter your body, and then you just push it straight out of your arm, not even knowing what the spell is. You just push it out. As soon as it starts to leave your fingertips, each of your fingertips has like a different prismatic color. It's a twisting pattern of colors that weave themselves together into a 30-foot cube. And I'm going to pop a little image on the picture here. It's actually a little bigger than that. So this sort of hypnotic pattern appears in this range, and everybody kind of sees you see all of the cultists just slack-jawed and just like mesmerized by the hypnotic pattern.
Nice.
And it seems like they are completely incapacitated.
Once again, Zaza saves the day.
By potentially casting Fireball on his friends.
Yes.
I was an educated guess. It was an educated risk. I knew what I was doing. Thank you.
Get out of it, Zaza. That was complete blind luck.
Well, as usual.
Duke Derek Phantasmo. All right, Bob, can you make another wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, why? Me?
Because he is your mortal enemy.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. Hold on.
Ooh, 22 for the Lamia. Shit, that's not good for him. 15, that's not enough.
But do I not get to add because the spell's not over?
Yep, spell saving throw, so you get to add your d4.
Hey.
You're still blessed.
Heyo.
So we got
4.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. 19.
So 19 will save.
Oh,
so
where's she going?
One of the ladies just jumped away.
Yep. 1, 2, more of the ladies. 1, 2, 3 of the ladies. You see Zaza's father, rather, he brings out his hands and he kind of like points to 5 different people in turn very quickly. And those people that he points at, their bodies start to shake and vibrate. And then, other than the 2 Lamias that saved, the 3 cultists that he pointed to wink out of existence and reappear somewhere of his choice within the area. And he puts 3 of them on the roof. Nice. He was about to do the same to you 2 as well, but you both saved, unfortunately. He casts Scatter.
That would have been actually quite good for you, Bob, because you would have got out of the middle.
Yeah, he was going to send you like away so that he can like get a bit of breathing time to think about what the fuck's going on.
I didn't need his help anyway.
So that's his turn. He's going to back up, I think. Bonus action. Yeah, he's gonna. No, he can't get away from that. He's going to walk, sort of skirt around her so that he doesn't leave her melee range, but he's going to put himself between her and his boy.
Thank you, Father.
Then it is Alfie, you're up.
All right. I feel like some thunder wave is in order.
Hell
you're still concentrating on your gust of wind if you want.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I could, because they're still in the path of that technically, aren't they?
Yep.
But then if I do any action, then it breaks that, right?
Yeah, you can choose to drop it for free and do something else.
Yeah.
If you cast any other spell, it's going to drop it. Any other concentration spell.
And if I cast Shillelagh,
what if you cast it that way? Cast it the other direction.
Yeah, you can turn it as. I think you can turn it as your action, right?
Yeah, I believe so. But then that'll potentially
as a bonus action. As a bonus action on each of your turns, you can change the direction in which the line blasts from you.
Right.
And if you cast a spell that's not concentration, then you can do that as well as keeping concentration on this spell.
Ah, okay. So Thunderwave is not concentration.
There you go.
So that's great. All right. I cast just quickly, Shillelagh doesn't affect my spells, really, does it? It just turns my staff into a magic.
Turns your staff into a magic staff.
Yes, right. Okay. Thunderwave first.
On these 2 in front of you?
Yeah.
Boom. All right. So strength saving throws for both of them. I believe they are probably going to fail it because they've got no strength.
Oh, and I cast it at level 2.
Oh, right then.
They're nearly dead. Are you sure you want to do it?
No, level 1. Level 1. Don't worry about it.
They both fail, so they both take a whole bunch of damage and get blasted back, and their corpses just explode effectively.
What
in
I'm
this
talking about.
Thunderous energy.
I may be small, but I got a lot of thunder.
So you're holding the wind with this hand, and then you just like explode a big loud firework in their face. Their eardrums out, and their corpses get blown back in the wind. And then as a bonus action, you can turn the wind if you want.
Yeah, bonus action. I turn the wind. Sorry, number 14 and Barb, but
spin it around to these guys. 14 and Barb, I need you to make strength saves.
I got a lot of that. Yeah. I got a lot of strength. Yeah.
Oh God.
Wow.
That's 4 successes from the so far. I won't fail.
Oh, you get to add your D4. Don't you?
Thank God.
Yes, you do. It's not going to be. It's not going to help.
But it's not going to have me a critical 1.
Oh, perfect 20, obviously.
Oh my God. Okay, I got 5.
Oh my God.
I got 5. Great.
How is that even possible?
Oh, great.
All right, what did Bob get? Oh, yeah, Bob.
Three natural ones in a row. Holy shit.
You see Torok's body gets tumbled, pushed away by the wind.
Revive?
The wind acts as CPR and it goes into his lungs and makes him breathe.
That's all I needed, yeah.
So that fixes the hole in his heart, Ben.
Yes. Thank you.
So Bob, this hypnotic pattern comes over you, but you manage to shug it off, and then your body starts to vibrate as if you're about to get scattered 120 feet away, but you shrug it off, and then this wind blasts you in the face, and you shrug it off. Shrug it. She's like, nah, not having it, not happening. I'm staying where I am. The enormous ring of cultists that were trying to stab at you have slowly been picked away, though. You're left down to only a very few wounded and frightened bunch.
Right.
So those guys that blasted They get
it is now their turn. This one is terrified, so they're going to just walk back to the other side of this one's wounded and terrified, so they're going to run away. This one's terrified, so they're going to run this way. This one's wounded but not terrified, so what are they going to do? They're going to run back into the fight, I think. They don't want to run into the swirling patterns.
Yeah.
They're going to use their movement to get to there, and then their bonus action to dash. Their action rather to dash.
In some ways, maybe I shouldn't have psychic thing.
This guy's on the roof. He's not scared or wounded, but he is on the roof, so he's not sure how to get down. And then these guys are all incapacitated by the hypnotic pattern, so that's all the cultists. Lamia's turn. She does not like being close to this guy. She's going to try and intoxicating touch him again.
You need to stop it. You need to just lay your hand.
Does she have to wisdom saving throw first, or
against what?
She's frightened, isn't she?
Oh, true. Yeah, she's frightened of you, but she can still make an attack. It's just at disadvantage.
Okay.
And so she skirts around him to put him between you and her, because she's terrified of the metal monster that's somewhere inside this hypnotic pattern. And then as she runs past, she just tries to like stroke him across the face, and he knocks her hand aside. So she is going to leave his melee range. She doesn't like being frightened, so she's going to jump back up onto the roof.
Attack of opportunity.
Yes, it has to be a melee thing, so you can just punch her or kick her or something.
Well, I think I've got a little dagger.
Yep, you can dagger her if you want. Your father has a feature. Your father has a feature called Warcaster, so he can make a spell attack as a reaction on her.
Well, I'm gonna hit it with a little dagger.
You hit it with a little dagger first.
Do I click on the word dagger or?
Yeah.
No, it's not doing it.
If you've got it in your attacks and spellcasting section, you should just click on that.
No, it's not.
Yeah, so don't click it in your inventory. Click it in the other part. If that makes sense.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Oh, hang on.
So you've got the equipment window, but then you've also got the attacks and spell.
Yeah, okay. Dagger, so that one there.
No,
that's proficiency.
Smack bang in the middle of your sheet is your attacks and spellcasting.
So much like Alfie before, as she's leaving your range, you shout, "I can use daggers!"
Yeah,
there we go.
There you go, you got it. Nice.
And then you strike her, and that is enough to hit. So you do 4 piercing damage to her as she runs away out of your melee range. Hits 4 piercing.
She had to run past the spectral sword as well. Does the spectral sword?
Yeah, the sword isn't a creature, so it doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
But she does run past it. But then, as she runs, Derek reaches into his belt and pulls out a dagger that looks very similar to yours, Zaza. Very nice and sharp and shiny. And he kind of tosses it up in the air, and he throws it at her. And then he appears on the other side of her, catches it, and slashes at her. And then he throws it again at somebody in the hypnotic pattern range, and appears behind them and makes an attack. And then he appears behind somebody else, makes another attack. He does this 5 different times, bamfing all over the field, making 5 different attacks.
What can I say? My father's a boss.
He's casting a spell called Steel Wind Strike. So he makes 5 different attacks. Each on a hit, they take 6d10 force damage.
Holy crap!
Holy Jesus Christ!
Father, what?
Yeah, I can't believe you've been talking smack to this dude the whole time.
I don't want to get on the bad side of this guy.
Yeah. Dad, what are you going to do? Completely annihilate me? Probably.
I think that's exactly what I'll do.
All right.
Without even breaking a sweat.
Roll d20 plus 6.
God, I wish we had your dad instead of you, Zaza.
Yeah, Zaza.
22 hits.
Hey! I've done more fucking damage than any of these people in any of these battles than any of you. So thank you.
35 damage to her. He does 35 damage to her from appearing behind her and striking her with his Steel Wind Strike. And then he does a similar amount of damage to all of the cultists that he hits.
And they explode into a fine mist.
They just completely explode in a fine mist. Yeah. So 35 damage. Bam. She is now looking wounded and seriously not like she's having a good day. And let's see, who does he annihilate? He annihilates this guy, this one, and this one.
Wow,
in fact, no. What he's going to do instead is he's going to use one of those attacks on Barb because he still doesn't like her.
Oh shit! What? She's going down.
So, Bob,
I am clearly on this team. Man.
For some reason, he's got something going on.
I didn't kill Torok. The crown killed
Torok begs to differ.
Wow. The British crown, to be specific.
That is a 13 to hit, which I believe does not hit.
Oh.
Just.
Lucky.
So he strikes. You see him appear behind you, and he strikes out, and you bring your head down, and he smashes right against the antlers. And then at the end of his turn, he has to appear. He has to finalize his movement next to somebody that he hit. So he's going to do it here, next to one of those guys that he annihilated.
Hey, by the way, Zaza, can you ask your dad if he's got like some revivification, like some sort of? Is he good at reviving? He seems like he knows what's going on.
Then it's Torok. Torok, you're playing dice with this gnome.
I'm playing
in the outer light.
Yeah, well, we were playing some D&D, but I'm over that now. It's 1 minute game. I rolled a natural 20, and I was like, I'm bored of this.
And you're like, I won D&D.
I won D&D, natural 20.
You see a gentleman come up to behind you, and he's kind of looking over your shoulder as you're playing. And you turn and you see a human by the looks of him, and he says, "Torok, isn't it?"
Yes.
I have your ride if you wish to come.
Ride to where?
To where you belong.
Don't go.
Where do you think I belong?
It's a little complicated to explain, but I can explain on the way if you like.
Okay, sounds great.
So you stand up and you say goodbye to this gnome, and you walk away.
It was fun. 1 minute game. Bye.
And he, as you're walking with this guy, he says, "The rest of your clan have been waiting for some time. They're proud of what you've been doing. There's not a lot of what goes on the main planes that we are capable of getting in touch with from these planes, but occasionally, from time to time, word comes to us of the material world. The Calagianos are proud of your actions, the way that you handled the revenge.
Huh.
They're waiting to see you.
What do you say?
I'm saying that they're welcoming you. They're welcome.
Yes.
They're looking forward to seeing you. He leads you to a horse-drawn carriage, and he stands up into it with you. And he says, "It's a bit of a long journey. We have to go across the other side of this plane, but we'll get there." And then he closes the door.
I thank you.
Then it is Tima's turn. He is still up. He does not know what to do. Nobody's within. Alfie's within range now. He is going to cast a spell on Alfie.
Oh, piss off.
He sort of rolls over onto the edge of the balcony, looks around, he sees Alfie's there, and he's going to, let's see, he's already done that, can't use that anymore.
Moustache man.
Oh, look at this. He's got last time that he can use it. Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage because of the fact that you were touched before this fight began.
Oh, was I?
Yep, she the Lamia touched your face and you were like, "Oh, she's so beautiful."
That's bullshit.
And she used her intoxicating touch on you.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh, Alfie, mate.
As you sort of turn around and blast this wind, and you turn and see this whispering come into your mind, and then this weird sort of mist overtakes your head, and then conforms itself into a crown, which attaches to your head. And you have a crown of madness.
Now see how you like it. See if I killed Tower. See if that's how it happened. You'll see.
I feel unimaginable power.
14, your turn.
I'm all out of spells. What do I do?
Let's start talking about when we want to schedule episode 6, guys. What do you reckon? Same time next week?
Yeah. How far can I throw a javelin?
30 feet without disadvantage, or 120 with disadvantage.
Okay, so if I run up to here and then,
Get the javelin at her? Absolutely.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna go.
If Mustachio Man dies, does that end my crown of iron?
One way to find out.
So I get 30 feet up over to here, and then I can throw a javelin at her.
All right. So as you leave Derek's range of opportunity, he is not going to attack you.
Nope. Good. So
16 is going to hit 5 piercing damage. A javelin strikes her across the back, and you realize she can be killed.
Can I use Britt's roll thing to add more attack, or is it only for the roll?
It doesn't add more damage. It increases the ability to hit, the attack roll.
Oh, okay.
So it would have taken it up to a 17 or something, but you were hitting anyway.
Yeah.
So she takes the damage. She's showing signs of not liking this. She's even sort of darting her eyes around as if she might be looking for an escape, perhaps. That's your attack and your movement. I believe that's everything you can do.
Yep,
Back to Lorna Red. Lorna Red, the unmovable. She's just not succumbing to any of these spells.
Lorna the Shrugger.
I think you need to explain to Rowan's dad what's going on. Oh, damn it. As a bonus action, can I literally... I meant to do this... I'm not sure if I could... Can I retcon this? I meant to, at the beginning of my turn, get number 21's body and just drop it at the feet of Rowan's dad before I ran past.
As you just hock it off your back and boom, boom, it hits the ground at his feet as you run forward and...
Yeah, and I kind of just like what approximates for a robot, like knowing glance at him as I run past.
Which is just the same as any other glance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Put the pieces together between Lorna the Red / Barb, yourself, your son, me. Put all the pieces together as I run past.
Number 14, can you make the robotic sound?
You know what I mean.
Bob, what are you doing?
Can I cast Guiding Bolts at a level 2?
Who on?
Spell? On how do you say your name? Lithyria.
Well, that's not
Talia.
What's her actual name? No, what's her like species?
She's a lamia.
Lamia. A lamia? Like a llama?
Lamia. Some people say lamia.
Like a llama.
People say lamia. Lamia.
I think just picture llama.
Llama.
Done.
The llama.
Already there.
You've
There's
got
no
it.
erasing it. So
Guiding bolt on the llama. All right.
at level 2, it says that it increases by 1d6 for each slot above first level. So does that mean it's a 5d6?
Just click Guiding Bolt and hit level 2 and it'll calculate it all for you.
This is the problem I'm having. My mouse isn't letting me click on anything.
I will do it for you. All right, let me open up Barb and hit this. How many spell slots you got left? Have you been keeping track of them?
Yep.
That's a definite yes.
I've got one level 2 left. So I'm casting this at level 2. And then
level 2, Guiding Bolt. Here we go. Where the hell is it? God, man, you've got everything open here.
Sorry.
there it is. You've got like the settings open and everything. Guiding Bolt.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Here we go. All right. So that is not going to hit with an 11, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
Wait. I've still got my...
Oh, you have, yes, you have a bless.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 4 as well.
Nailing those.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
So you reach down within yourself. You feel these two conflicting voices within yourself, but then you feel that only one of them offers you this Guiding Bolt ability, and so it's that one that you turn to, and you get the Tree of Life answer the call, and as you push your hand forwards, this ray of radiant energy blasts out of you, and it looks like it's about to miss, but then this sort of like almost like this bark-skinned hand appears in your vision and only your vision, and just kind of guides your hand just ever so slightly to the side, and bam! It slams right into the side of her, dealing 16 radiant damage.
Holy
She is damn near pushed off of the roof. She is not looking good. She's looks like she's on her last legs because of it. You've just slammed her with this Guiding Bolt, and now she is glowing with sparkling radiant light, and she looks like she's about to go down. The next person on the attack has advantage.
I might use my sneaky... Can I use my bonus action to attack her with the spiritual weapon?
Yes, you can. Absolutely. So 20 feet, it moves back up onto the roof. Make an attack.
Oh, God. Wait. Where is it?
I can roll it for you if you like. It'll be quick.
Oh, God. It's the clicking. It won't click on stuff. I don't know what my roll 20s do.
I'll roll it for you. 19 will definitely hit.
Damn.
Would you like to describe the kill?
Oh shit!
Rowan's missing the kill.
Oh wait, should we wait? Nah.
Oh, he is. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
So you know as well that not only are you killing her, you're killing her with Grazd's sword. Like this is your demon lord's sword that you're using, because he was the one who answered the call when you summoned it, and so you're killing her with her own boyfriend's sword, effectively. How does it look?
Awkward.
She just gets one in the knee.
You slam her into the side with the guiding bolt. She makes a symbol. It shimmers all over her body so that the sword actually has advantage when it strikes down. She turns and puts her hand up. The sword cuts clean through her forearm and right down into her lion knee. Whack! It brings her down onto, like, falling off of the rooftop on this side. And as she falls, the sword whips around the top and falls down after her. As she slams into the cobbles, boom, the sword comes in right through her back.
Get it.
She falls unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, take that, you bloody big llama.
Oh, no, I hope we don't have to fight the rest of these people. We've killed enough innocents as it is.
Zaza, it's now your turn.
Hey, I poke the guy and go, hey.
You poke the guy and you see him turning, and he's sort of like, it looks like he's just been slapped in the face real hard.
Hey, get.
He turns and just like wanders away, not sure what he's doing. It looks like he's just been woken up from sleep.
And there goes everyone. Everyone back to your homes. Wait, peasants, away from us.
Do you drop your hypnotic pattern?
Was it?
Do you drop the hypnotic pattern?
Away with the hypnotic pattern. now. Bzz.
And I drop the frightening thing. The thing goes back inside my head.
You see a whole lot of the cultists look around like, what's happening? Where are we? But you do hear a no shout from about over here.
Yeah.
Let's just leave him. He's fucking leave him.
What do you do, Zaza?
He has put a crown of thorns on my head.
Oh, okay. We need to stop. What have I got? I don't really have him. Okay. I'm gonna move to.
Don't be anywhere near melee range of Ben.
Yeah, walk over to Alfie, would you?
What's his melee range? Okay, fuck. Maybe. I want to try and get him and. But I've got nothing. What have I got in my range weapons? I'm out of everything. I've got a firebolt. I've got a fucking firebolt. Here we go.
You've got firebolt. That's right.
I'm gonna move to like and what's the range on this firebolt? Let me just check.
60 feet, is it?
60 feet? No, 120 feet.
Oh, dang.
Damn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go like to I don't know, here. Let me move myself to about there. And then cast firebolt on that bad boy.
All right. Reaching past your father and the bed spirit totem that's still translucently standing there, you fire off a firebolt. Roll it.
And how much that?
Oh, damn.
Natural 20.
Hey!
He explodes.
Please tell me he finally dies.
You see him kind of crawl to the edge of the thing to look out again to see who's still on the battlefield. And then this firebolt strikes right between his eyes, setting his entire head on fire.
Holy crap.
He falls off of the falls forward off of the balcony, hitting the ground. You hear a sickening crack as he hits and goes like full scorpion.
And then Zaza and
he's definitely dead.
Yes.
I'm Zaza going.
Woo.
All right.
Oh.
Good work.
Duke Derek on his turn.
I'm a model. I'm a model. I'm a model. I'm a model.
Duke Derek, he says, let me see what spells he got left.
Does the crown of thorns come off Alfie?
Yes, Alfie.
Oh yeah, that's great. But
you're welcome, short man.
Okay, thanks, man.
I need Barb. I need you to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Yeah.
As he reaches out past you, Zaza, and says, I don't know how you escaped the ambush on the ship, but you will not get away this time, Lorna Laddergeep.
Oh, my mouse
Good.
works and I got a 22.
Laddergeep.
Nice.
Laddergeep.
You feel yourself vibrating in a very similar fashion to how he was trying to scatter you, but this time it seems like he's not trying to move you elsewhere. He's trying to take you off of this plane of existence entirely. And then you pop back just to resist it. Get away from her, Zaza! She's dangerous! And he kind of grabs you and tries to pull you off to the side of it.
Father! Enough!
Who are you?
She's different. She's changed. Not who you think she is.
Please revive me.
You don't understand, Zaza. The things you don't understand about this woman. She's dangerous and she must be stopped.
You're probably right.
You don't even know who I am.
Please.
Can you please explain to us then what your opinion is of Lorna Laddergeep?
He will explain when it's time to explain. As far as he's concerned, he still wants her dead. So, Alfie, you're up.
All right. Hang on. Now, Torok, you'll be with your family. Shut up. All right.
You're having fun there, Torok?
All right. Well, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna come on up to this. I doubt this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. I go up to old Derek and I use Charm Person.
Okay.
Get it.
He has to make a wisdom saving throw.
And I use that at level 2.
Level 2. All right. Derek Phantasmo. Wisdom save. Here it is. He's boss at wisdom saves. Has it done it? Why has it not done it? There it is.
What does he say to charm him? What is he?
Hey, come on. Hey.
Come on. Hey.
What's your DC?
Sorry, what was that?
What is your spell DC?
My spell DC is... wait, where am I looking for spell DC? What?
Top of spell page.
Spell page, yep. Oh, right, spell DC 13.
13 is what he got, so he just manages to evade your manipulation.
Come on, Derek, mate, look at me. I'm 2 feet tall. I've got a big beard. I'm funny. I'm charming. I can do a sexy laugh.
Get away from this woman. She's manipulated your mind.
No, she hasn't.
I've done nothing.
Well, she might be right. Father might be right. I mean, we don't know. I don't know very well.
She did.
As you're trundling along in the horse-drawn carriage, Todok, you look out the window and see off in the distance an impossibly tall spire starts to appear. It looks like it just stretches on and on and on. You look out the window and it just continues up into the sky until eventually you just can't see it because of the refraction of the light and things. It seems like it's just unbelievably tall. And not only that, but the plane remains unbelievably flat. And you just continue to trundle along. Is there anything you're asking this guy or saying to this guy or doing on your journey?
Well, first of all, what sort of color is this tower? Is this tower isn't like a menacing tower or anything?
Nope. Looks like a sort of light grey.
Okay.
The entire plane gives you a sense of just neutrality.
Right.
Not boring, like the grass is green and the air is sweet. It's just not it's not as you would imagine heaven, nor is it how you would imagine hell.
How far do we go?
Perhaps another 2 days.
And how did you find me? How did you know?
I work for people who work here, and they get a notification when people arrive.
Like a Facebook notification.
Like a text message.
I'm not sure what that is, but there would have been a gentleman or a creature of sorts that took notes when you arrived.
I stare really close to him and I go, "Can I trust you?"
As you look real close, you see that his eyes have got like a golden light to them a little bit. There's something otherworldly about this human.
Can I kind of just assess him and make sure he's genuine?
Make an insight check. He's not giving you anything particular to read. He's not obviously lying. And he's not put you in any threat. You've been with him for a few hours now, and there's no threat to your life or anything.
Well, I guess I just trundle along.
You also have no weapons or armor on you, so even if you wanted to attack him.
Let's just let this play out.
14.
I'm gonna walk over to Zaza's dad, Derek, and I'm gonna stand right behind him, and I'm going to grapple him.
All right, make an athletics check.
Just so we can start explaining, and he doesn't make any more spells.
Sure
12.
thing.
Can I use the bless and do another D4 onto that?
No, that's an attack. It's not an attack roll. It's an ability check that you're doing. So bless doesn't help with this one.
Okay.
But Derek, blah blah blah, gets a.
Hey, can we not talk about this?
He's still in battle mode. You try and grab him, and he whips out of your grasp in a very dexterous manner, and he says,
"Right,
call off this metal man."
Time out.
And then, as my bonus action, I like look at the body of number 21 again and go.
Right, time out. Let us use our words.
We're still in battle. I don't think we can.
He's still not talking right now. You need to somehow prevent this from being a combat situation if you want to have a chat. Lana,
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself because I feel like I'm gonna get hella attacked.
Okay, yeah.
And I don't
you feel this. Actually, Shield of Faith is one that both deities give you, so I need a charisma saving throw, please, to see which one answers the call.
No. Okay, wait for it. Wait for it. It's on its way. It's in the post. Okay, wait. I've lost it. There it is. Got it. Okay, good. That's that. Oh, do I have my thing or is it gone?
You still have bless, yeah. So you managed to add that. So Shield of Faith, you dig down deep. You feel both voices about to answer the call, but then just manages to eke out above the Grazed voice is the Tree of Life voice, which then exudes from you like a holy aura, and you have slightly more hip AC.
Perfect. I'm gonna try to charm old mate, hopefully, but that's my other lady. So let's hope this.
Yep, that is a Lana ability.
Really bad. Oh God.
So you hear these two voices as you're looking for more protection and more Shield of Faith. You hear the Tree of Life meet that one, but then at the same time, Grazed says, "We could just charm him," and you say, "That's probably a good idea." And you try and charm person. So
casting it at a level 2.
You said you only had one level 2 spell slot left on your last turn.
Sorry, do I not have?
Yes, that's right. You have different spell slots for him.
Yeah.
Yes. And so you dig down deep and you get. So that's going to be a charm person, and you're casting it at level 2.
Yeah, I did it, I think, but has it not shown up?
Cool.
Do you need to do it at level 2? Level 2 only makes you able to target more people.
Yeah.
Is
there a point in doing it at level 2?
Oh.
As you say, it just gives you 2 targets instead of 1.
Maybe I'll target. Why don't I just try to target?
Does that mean you could try it again if it fails? Or just no?
No, 2 separate targets.
Just do it at level 1 then. No point.
Level 1.
I could do level 1, or can I reach her? I've got to measure. Hold on.
There's no one else that's threatening to you right now.
Dead.
The Lamia is well dead.
Mate, that's it. That's just level 1 then. I'll just do that.
All right, level 1 charm person. He makes a wisdom saving throw. Does he succeed? He does not. So that's going to do it. That's an 11. He does not succeed against your spellcasting ability.
What's going on, Alan? What's going on?
Alan is setting up.
You see that as you charm him, his anger towards you is fury. It sort of stops, and he says, "I'm all right. Let's talk. Fine, let's talk." And he seems charmed by you for the duration.
I'm good. Don't do it.
Successfully taken us out of combat initiative.
Good work, Brett. Good work,
Thanks.
Brett. Now we can finally talk to him.
And that's when
Alan, that is terrible.
That's when Tarok did the thing that you just must have missed because you were focused on something else. Alan, you there?
Hello. Yes. Good idea. Yes.
Seamless, mate. Seamless. Especially when I'm you behind the phone.
Oh, Rowan, you're so funny.
If he's going to stay there for voices anyway, why is he not just...
Oh man.
So we're out of initiative. What are you guys saying to him? What are you doing? He's not attacking her because he can't with him being charmed by her, but he's still not happy with her. It's managed to bring him down to a non-hostile level.
Look, Derek, I don't know what you may have experienced in a past life with Lorna here, or Barb, as we know her, but like we know her as Barb, she had amnesia. She's Jason Bourne. It's fine.
Look at what's round her neck. She is now a devotee of the Tree of Life.
Yeah, exactly.
This woman is manipulative and dangerous.
Hey, you're manipulative and dangerous.
Yes, I am. But at least I don't try and hide it behind cults and worshipping demons. She literally worships a demon lord. They cannot be trusted. She's chaotic and evil.
Listen to me. Remember the joke
Zaza,
you told
Zaza,
me.
I don't need to go into this with you.
Father, listen. Just listen. Would you just listen to me for once?
We will
remember when I was a child and you told me the joke. How do you make holy water?
Yes, you boil the hell out of it. It's a very, very funny joke.
Yes.
It's a very funny joke. There's no, but I don't know why that's important right now.
It's relevant. It's relevant because, you know, by saying this.
If I could interject, maybe Barb has had the hell boiled out of her.
She's had the hell boiled out of her.
Is that the metaphor that we're going for? Barb.
Yeah, by calling back to an earlier thing, it automatically has resonance. Come on.
Exactly. Barb, by worshipping the Tree of Light, has had the hell boiled out of her.
He steps forward over the body of 21, and he steps towards you, Barb, and he says, "Is this true?"
Yes.
If this works. If this works.
I have been saying this.
Is there some sort of test we can do? Are you willing to take a test?
Well,
we can do something if you allow it. The last time I tried this on you, Lorna, you tried to kill me.
Great, let's do it. I'm down. I'll show you.
And the test goes like this.
He reaches up and unclasps the two cloaks, and he takes it off.
You will laugh.
With a flourish, he flicks it around and he lays it down on top of the just on the floor. And then he sort of kneels, sits cross-legged behind the cloak and gestures for you to sit down on the other side of it.
Right, what are we playing some?
With your reindeer legs, you kind of fold them on yourself.
Now that you are in position, listen.
He looks to the rest of you. He looks to the rest of you and says, "I'm about to try something that puts me in a very vulnerable position. And as I say, the last time I tried this, Lorna tried to kill me. I would appreciate that if you truly believe in her goodness and her reformed ways, that you keep an eye on her and keep me safe." He looks to you, Zaza. He looks to you specifically, Zaza, and he says, "I am literally putting my life in your hands, Prince Zaza."
Ooh.
And then he turns and he starts a ritual. He starts doing some arcane magic. Zaza, can you make an Arcana check to see if you recognize what he's doing?
Hang on, no. Arcana check.
Oh,
I'm very good.
You recognize the ritual as a remove curse spell.
Cool.
And as he sort of finishes these sort of transmutation kind of hand magics, you see this glowing rune appear in the back of his cloak on the ground between them. And then he reaches his hand forward, and as his hand crosses across the top of this rune, it seems to disappear from view. It seems to go almost ethereal and ghostly to the vision of the rest of you. He reaches forwards further and further until it reaches your sternum, Barb, and then it pushes inside you, and you feel it's not like super chilly, and it's just a little bit cold. He pushes inside, and his eyes sort of glaze over. I need an ability check from you. Now, I've been keeping a track of the different times that the Grazd has answered the call versus the different times that the Tree of Life has answered the call to see which one has greater sway over you right now. And this is giving me a modifier to the roll.
Okay.
So this is going to be a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
you'll see that Lorna has significantly higher charisma than Barb does. You can choose to use Lorna's charisma for this if you want.
No, I don't.
That will be another. That will be another tick.
I don't trust a word. We're going out. We're doing Barb. But the Barb.
So I need a charisma saving throw from Barb, please.
And she's got advantage still, yeah? 'Cause she's got her sneaky little...
She has the bless. So you have a plus D4 to it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So that's an 8 total.
Oh, gosh!
No, but you had the Tree of Life answer quite a few times.
This is true.
So, the DC was right down the middle. So it was a 10. You go to Grust, and 11 or higher you go to the Tree of Life, modified by the number of times that they have answered. So Grust answered to cast a level 2 spiritual weapon, a level 1 inflict wounds, a level 1 vicious mockery, and a level 1 charm person. So the Tree of Life answered to cast Shield of Faith 3 times, a guiding bolt, a bless, and another level 2 guiding bolt. So it was reduced to a DC of 8.
Oh.
And you made 8. 8 is exactly what you needed.
Oh, God.
So inside you feel the most ferocious, the most hideous fight coming. There is a demon lord, a literal demon lord, and a literal god that they are fighting inside your body for rulership over you and your vessel and your person.
There, Bob. There.
You feel this erupting. It's becoming very painful for you, but eventually you feel the Tree of Light starting to subdue the voice of Grust, and he gets quieter and quieter, and you hear him saying, "But we had such good times."
Oh, get out of here! We don't want none of that.
And as you say, "Get out of here," his voice just goes quiet, and then you hear the voice in the side of your head say, "I'm proud of you, Bob."
That's on toxic relationship.
The rest of you see her body shrink back down to a normal size. Your antlers shed. Your skin turns from dark red to a pale sort of very much akin to Zaza's skin. And the rest of you see standing before you almost a female version of Zaza, an elf that looks like royalty.
I'm not.
You see that he brings his hand back out of you and out of the rune that was creating this dispelled curse, and he looks at you for the first time with tears in his eyes and says, "Lorna, my niece."
Oh shit! Okay.
And he reaches forwards and he gives you a big hug.
Oh, cute. Your cousins.
Hang on. Now I need to figure out family tree bullshit, and my brain cannot cope with that.
Your
Just
cousins.
tell me. We're cousins. Good.
Yeah.
So
Bob is now a female elf, and Bob, your memories return to you.
Yo.
You were once Lorna Laddergeep, first daughter to now king, Rodlin Laddergeep. You were his daughter from a previous marriage to a female elf before he began his relationship with the now prince, and father of his son, the current Prince Zozo, and heir to the throne. Or at least he was heir to the throne until you came back. You are now first in line to the throne of the Enig Philivern Islands.
Does that mean your ruler, Zaza?
And you have the memory of you going through a rebellious phase in your 30s and 40s, your very early years as basically a teenage elf. You went through a rebellious phase where you joined a cult known as the Proud Hands, which would revel in hedonism and debauchery. You raised through the ranks of this cult. The family that you came from very quickly trying to cover up your hedonistic ways for fear that it would bring shame on their family. And so your very existence was stricken from the records. And the further into this cult you got, the more tiefling-like you became, as you were granted more and more powers, until eventually you became the very leader of this cult and were gifted immortality as a Lamia. You are about 200 years old.
And looking good. Looking good.
Looking very good for an elf.
So I'm your older cousin that is also your roller, Zaza, just to clarify that.
Well, details. We are cousins. We are cousins.
Princess Lorna, then, I guess? Princess
Lorna.
Princess Lorna.
Zaza, Derek turns to the rest of you and says, "I suppose there's a lot of explaining to do. We need to keep this under wraps until we know how to handle it. This could bring down the entire monarchy of the Enigtilivan Islands. There's a glint in his eye, as if that's perhaps not the worst thing. But that seems like a story for another day. Thanks very much for playing. Thanks very much for watching.
Yes.
Play more D&D, play more games.
Just one final question. Do you know any revivification magic that could bring back our friend?
If there's a sequel, Torok,
that is definitely a thing
sequel.
That is definitely a thing that the royal family of the entire elven country could have access to doing.
Okay.
But it's really,
as we bring this to a close, hey, number 14, do you have like an auto-tune function? Do you have like an auto-tune function in your kind of like memory banks?
I think I might. Let me check.
I think it's time to play us out. Good? We just won the battle.
Yeah, we won the battle. Freaking yeah.
People start to come back out and they're like, "Oh, are we extending this party? Yeah."
Yeah.
Everyone survived the blood from Torok.
Sexy plague.
Yeah.
Singing the song. Death save.
And he failed.
Fuck.
So Torok, you arrive.
Guys, someone has to revive me. Like, come on, guys.
Torok, you arrive at the welcoming party of your family as they see you. You see your father Stonecleaver and your mother. You see Vimak, your friend. You present him back his tinderbox that was inscribed with his name. For some reason, you still have that on your person, but nothing else. And you are reunited with your family, your clan, for the first time in 10 years.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
When these guys take your body to be revived, it is up to your soul whether or not you choose to be revived. Ultimately, it's up to you whether you want to go back or not.
You know what?
Well, we're not reviving it.
Yeah, we're not reviving me. So when the time comes, I'll
when the time comes, you can make that decision.
In the meantime, I pick up Torok's body and
guys, it's a quick little word about Torok. I'm gonna be honest, I was never really a massive fan of the guy. Didn't really get to know him.
You guys didn't get along very well.
Didn't really get along very well. Anyone else got any words they want to say?
That was your eulogy.
You just go over and you complain a little bit about the person.
Didn't really like the guy that much. He's a little bit serious. Me. Anyone else?
It seemed that Torok liked fun.
And that's all he has to say.
Yeah, no, he did.
Never was intense. That's...
Sure.
He literally died having too much fun.
I saw his genitalia in multiple occasions.
You think you did? I'm waist height. It was always a good height.
Well, thank you for your kind words, guys, for my character.
Okay, well,
Sorry,
that's
it.
Was great. Thank you very much, Rob. That all came together in a nice, tidy little bow.
I really thought we were screwed in the fight. I was like, well, we're all going to die.
If you hadn't have replied to your father with like that not so cryptic message that time, then he wouldn't have come to your rescue, and you probably would have all died, and I would have had to wrap it up in a much more tragedy way rather than.
I genuinely thought this was going to be like the Star Wars film, which I've forgotten the name of again already.
Rogue One.
Rogue One. And that it was gonna be some.
Spoiler alert.
You should have watched it. It's like 4 or 5 years old now.
Yeah, it's so.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for coming along and playing.
Thank you again to D&D and Wizards of the Coast.
Yes, thank you for sponsoring the stream.
Thank you, Rob. You've been a brilliant dungeon master there, mate.
Thank you. It's been fun to play with.
Thank you for bearing with us as we stumble our way through learning D&D. Still.
Yeah.